This is Kitten Features, and you're listening to Show X Live with Ken in a student accommodation all the way in Scotland, and Wade in his white windowless van? Uh-oh, I better get out of here. Enjoy the show!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to ShowX on VTWProductions.com. You're listening live at 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. GMT on this Sunday, the 23rd of February, 2020. Welcome, everybody, to the show, and welcome to a happy Gamefest edition of ShowX. And as you're watching here, checking it out, if you don't look and see what's happening right now, because yes, Hendo, you're correct. The intro is incorrect today.
Look at that. I'm going over both frames.
Almost synced. But we actually have a Dr. Lord Reverend Neil... Oh, wait.
Not my actual name.
Kenneth Neil Reid II, and I forget all the other titles because I don't have an email up to say it, is in the house! As well as good friend Hannah joining us at the moment, as well as perhaps others as we get into the show today, as there are people still currently downstairs playing games. And so, welcome!
We're here.
Yay!
We're actually here.
Yes.
Colorado, live.
We are here.
Wait, let me sneak into your frame just to prove it.
Yeah.
Hey!
Show people that we are actually in the same room together.
That's not CGI. Yeah, that's not CGI, people. That's real.
Awesome.
That's real.
So, welcome everybody, and we're going to be talking about some Gamefest this week, as well as just in general, what it's like for Ken to come visit us in studio here in Colorado. And so, let's go ahead and get things off, which will probably be basically the whole show, with a bit of... And actually, it's funny, because I think all the...
functional deviations.
All the drop-ins are thinking a minute because of having to move the computer back up.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, wait, where do you want me to look?
What's a hard drive?
Where's the internet? Yes, things like that. And actually, we'll see. This will be a good test as we are doing the stream still at full capacity while there are people gaming downstairs right now. And so far, this weekend's been solid with no hiccups. Unlike when I was on business class internet, where we'd constantly have these challenges of things just like dropping and doing stupid stuff.
That's weird, isn't it? You'd think business class internet would have a high, class priority, right? But...
Well, they have their own network, but the challenge is they were bandwidth capped for uploads. And I found that in most of this issue, the challenge was more the upload speed than it was the download, because once you capped your upload, it just crushed everything.
Yeah.
And I was only ever getting up to maybe 15 meg up, and now on this one with the gig down, it's 40 meg up.
Oh, no problem.
And that 40 meg up has been enough for all of us to game, download, do things like that, and I'm able to stream now at 8 meg a second.
Well, I was going to say, Twitch is actually supporting 1440p now, apparently. Saw that yesterday. Yeah.
Ooh.
So the problem is the bandwidth more than anything. But
well, that's the thing, because I actually have it now. Hopefully others will get it. But anyhow, thank you, Hando. Was it... Said Klingon High Commander, Rear Admiral with the bachelors and blah, blah, blah.
Well, Hannah needs the titles. So far, Hannah's got no titles. I mean, you're Doc dead already. You've kind of already got a title in your name.
Yeah.
I'm Lady Lorraine, though.
Lady Lorraine.
Lady Lorraine, yes. Lorraine is my middle name. It's also my stage name for all the modeling and acting that I do.
Okay.
So Lady Lorraine would be I think it's TikTok, would be my TikTok name.
Okay, nice. All right.
So I guess I have a title.
We have our aliases and titles going on for everyone on the show then.
For some reason, it's just like a thing that we get assigned. Hando was suggesting I become Klingon High Commander and Rear Admiral with bachelors in blah, blah, blah. Which is effectively correct for
I think that's appropriate.
Anyway.
I think that's about right. Oh, man. All right. So we're going to kick things off, and we're going to talk some things about what this weekend has been, which for Ken and I actually started on Thursday.
Yeah.
And so Ken flew in Thursday from out where he's out in Michigan, since this makes the trip here to Denver significantly less of a challenge.
Yeah.
Being able to make his way this way.
Flying domestically, by the way, super easy. Like, they didn't even notice I was British. They didn't care. They had no qualms whatsoever. I was expecting to be like, oh, you, come over here. You're going to go into that secret private room over there, and we're going to make sure that you're not... Yeah, we're going to do all the things and make sure that you're not carrying anything. No haggis is allowed in this country. Like, that's what I was expecting.
Well, that's the thing. Once you're in the States, right, our big control is on the borders.
Yeah.
It's whenever you travel from somewhere outside the U.S. into the States, be it, unlike when we've traveled to Canada and such, they do from at least Canada, Toronto to here in Denver, we get checked on the Toronto side. So once you come in, you actually fly into a domestic terminal, or much closer to, and such, so you don't go through the full thing on this side. Whereas, so it's very similar to internal.
The same thing happened in Schiphol, Amsterdam, when I flew
Okay.
over here. They checked me there, and then when I got to Detroit, well, there was immigration, right? But there was no security or anything.
Yeah,
So-
but you're basically already in the main terminal type
Yeah.
thing versus when you're coming in directly from another country and they go through the full international, basically, ports and such. So, yeah, no, big difference. And that is why, admittedly, a lot of us Americans have gotten very used to in the past and just in general with how we travel and how simple it is and how relatively quick it can be to the point where we have people who travel commuting via plane and stuff like that.
Of course,
right?
yeah. That's quite common in the UK as well because London.
'Cause you're this
is-
big.
Well, but one because we're that big, yeah. I mean, you can fit Scotland. I think within every single state in the US, Scotland could fit within at least once. Like it's tight, right?
I would disagree with that.
Why?
We do
We
have
also
some
have
little
Rhode
ones.
Island too.
Oh, okay.
We do have
That
some
doesn't
little
count as a
ones.
state,
Yeah, we
though.
got the tiny ones.
That's not real estate. It's only 49, right?
Well, I mean, if things were proper, right, they would just mix like most of the Northeast into maybe 3 states.
Yeah.
You know, things like Massachusetts would really be part of like that whole greater Northeast.
Yeah. But what's the point?
such.
There's
I mean-
nothing important there. No big cities or anything, right?
I mean, it's just,
Right.
I mean, when you look at miles, you shouldn't be able to like, hock a loogie and have it get across state. You should be able to actually have to travel a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, here it takes hours to get in and out of the state by
Yeah.
land.
Yeah.
Come on, that should be a normal level. Hey there, Kuro. Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you on today, joining in on the fun.
Yeah. I hope you come around today, Kiro. Love to see you. Love to shake your hands.
Well, man, admittedly, he's down in Pueblo, so it's like a
Is that pain to get?
2-hour
Okay.
drive,
Oh, okay. Okay.
depending on how you drive. So anyhow, flew in on Thursday.
So can I just jump on that
go
part,
ahead.
right?
Yeah, jump in.
So when I flew in, I only have one funny story really. I jumped on into the terminal and about to fly and stuff, going through security, and I was kind of panicking because I was like, oh man, security, they're gonna nail me for just being different. No, they didn't care. That was easy. But there's this guy in front of me. There was this big dude, and the security was like, all right, what you got in your bag? There's some kind of liquid there, and he pulls out this like half bottle of whiskey, right? Like, and he was like, oh man, this is nice stuff. I don't want to get rid of it. They're like, you can't bring it on the plane. You can go check it if you want, but like you can't bring it on the plane. He was like, yeah, I can. Give me 2 minutes, and he just opens it and just starts chugging. He just starts chugging this whole damn thing.
Oh god.
And I was like, and right next to me there was this big preacher guy. He had a big cross and he had like all the robes and stuff, and he was like, good on you, man. Good on
oh,
you.
that's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, and thankfully he wasn't on my flight because I imagine he was probably singing once he got in the air,
That's crazy, actually, because one of the challenges is airlines can refuse to bring a passenger on if they're too intoxicated.
Yeah.
So I hope he was able to hold it.
Yeah. No, but he did well. I was quite impressed. I mean, hey, if you've got a nice bottle of whiskey, you don't want to waste it, right?
Oh, absolutely. No,
I'm sure he's going to wake up at his destination like, how did I get here?
or like 3 destinations later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully he didn't have a transfer and he was final.
Yeah. Or else he might be in like Tijuana or something by mistake. Yeah.
So we're like, oh, yeah, that'll be a story.
So that was Thursday evening. Wayne picked me up at the airport and brought me here very kindly. Thank you so much for,
I mean,
for all your assistance.
unfortunately, at that point in time, it was too late in the day for Ken to really see anything except for the lights of the airport and random cityscape of, the suburbs and open kind of sprawl that is eastern Denver and Aurora.
Dude, the number one thing I wanted to see in Colorado was this room anyway. I mean, like, I've seen it so many thousands of hours, right? I've seen this for
Well, you've
thousands
seen
of
like
hours on camera.
corner of it, like from
Yeah, well, no,
like
you've,
an angle.
you've
of it.
turned it around the shoulder.
I've shown it
before.
before, but it's one of those things. Like it's not like you get to see the whole mess every time.
Thanks for the follow.
I mean, unless did you actually see Lucifer at the?
I did.
I pointed
saw
out.
Lucifer.
I pointed out
So
Lucifer
you
as he
can't
came
miss
in.
Lucifer at
Right.
DIA.
So I was like, the U.S. is so compared to the U.K. like super Christian, right? Like super Christian. And so when I saw that, I was like, what the hell? Why is this not being like, I don't know, torn down by the masses of people who are like?
They talked about
They
taking
actually
it down,
talked about
but
it because they didn't have funds in there to maintain them,
right.
and basically the city rallied and said, "No, you can't take Lucifer."
By funds, you mean souls of the innocent and blood
Well,
of
so
virgins.
people who don't know, Lucifer killed his
Creator.
his actual artist.
What?
Yeah.
Wait,
He,
seriously?
He
Yeah.
fell over and crushed the sculptor who created him.
Oh my God! It's
and they
taken.
put that outside DIA.
It's tasted blood.
Oh yes,
It's tasted
and
blood.
it's probably not the only.
Oh my God!
So those red glowing eyes aren't even powered.
You've got well.
They were supposed to be orange.
Oh my god.
to represent the Broncos, which is why it's blue and orange. But at the same time,
Really?
like
Is it
the
supposed
gems
to?
just
Ah.
went red. So it's
And by the way,
Lucifer.
what are those two red lights outside the bedroom that you put me in? By the way, I keep seeing them like late at night. Like, have you got like a couple cameras out there? Like, I don't know what that is.
Hey, that was where my cousin was at. I don't know what he might have maintained.
All right.
Because I haven't really been in there.
I heard the occasional like as well. Like, is that a fan or something that you've got installed? I don't know.
Hey,
That
just,
was me.
being checked up on.
That's even more terrifying than Lucifer.
Yeah, no, I did make sure to point out Lucifer as we drove by, as the kind of the welcoming to Denver. As any traveler that comes this way should know, because the funny part is he's pointed away as you come in, or as you leave. So when you come back to the airport, he's facing you. As you go, is kind of a get out. Or I mean, just a
Welcome.
reminder that you've been here. So yeah, no,
welcome
I'm
to
glad.
Denver. Now get out.
I'm glad that you got to meet Lucifer. That was good. Came back. So people were already in the house Thursday because Campo got here basically as soon as he could. So did Brock Sampson. I had, who else do we have come in here? We had Beebs come in, who is welcome back Beebs to being here in Colorado again. He had been one of our young military folk traveling the world and such, came back from Korea and now stationed out this direction again. So he's able to join us back at Gamefest.
It's been great meeting these guys, by the way.
Again, for you, Ken, the ability to like actually put faces to names and things like that, stories
Yeah.
that I've told over time.
Well, I've met a few people that I'm like, "Hey, nice to meet you," and they give me their real name, and I'm like, "That means nothing to me. What's your gamer tag?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm Brock Sampson." I'm like, "Oh man, we've played a bunch of League together. It's nice
Yep,
to actually
yep.
be like I've spent like dozens of hours with you before. Like this is crazy."
And that's one of the really cool things about it, and just it is nice putting face to.
Yeah. And everybody's super kind, by the way. All really nice guys.
There are reasons these are the people I allow to spend a weekend in my house.
Yeah, they're trustworthy guys,
That-
nice guys.
Yeah, they come and go and do as they please and such while here, and we all eat and enjoy and game and do all these things all weekend.
What,
so.
what I really appreciate is the, I guess the socialist aspect of it. Everybody brings their own stuff, and everybody's having a good time. We share, and it's just great. Like last night, we got some pizzas, right?
Yep.
And I know that I've been at parties in the past where it's like, all right, well, let's all chip in, and no, it's like, oh yeah, I'll get them, don't worry. And everybody just buys their own thing and brings it in. It's great. I love that. It's just such a friendly environment. It's really nice.
No, it is one of the beautiful things that having been doing this gaming party for the guys who did it before I got here for them 25 plus years, for me basically being just on the cusp of 20 years gaming with these guys. Really, I'm at like 19 or 18 years right now that I've been gaming with them.
Man.
Yep, doing Gamefest. And I've told the story before where I picked it up when I built this house and got the basement installed. So basically 2006 is when we moved it here and most consistently have gamed in my basement since. And everyone donated the same thing. Right? Most of the original tables that were down there, the chairs and things like that were all donations from the original Gamefest crew. And then over the years as they've gone, people have donated their gaming chairs that broke and stuff
Yeah.
like that, or in their lesser condition because
Or when they got upgraded or whatever,
and they brought them in and stuff. So almost every chair down there has been donated.
And I was just shocked by the scale of this, by the way. Like, to me, when you said, "Oh, I guess some friends over for Gamefest," I was like, "All right, so you have like 5 people over, like max, and then they all struggle to have an internet connection." No, this is like this is a thing. This is a con. This is not a Game Fest. This is a con. And I don't mean like we're trying to steal money. I mean like.
Well, so people have told me in the past when I have hosted up to like 30 in the past in figurative space out there, it's like, why don't you get it sponsored? I was like, huh. I mean, I could, but it's just like with the show, right? It's not like I'm actively trying to make money off of doing it. It's
No.
This is the advantage of getting everyone together. But we had thought about it. If I actually opened up a real tournament, maybe getting the candy store to sponsor.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already pseudo had it sponsored via like Launchpad
Yep.
and stuff since we now have the kegerator in the basement. And
Yeah, right.
we've had a couple kegs of Launchpad on tap as well as some cider that Campo picked up, which mass shout out to El Campo for both getting the kegerator in here, getting it all clean, set up and going out and acquiring basically all the various levels of booze.
Also, shout out to El Cabo because he just goes around saying like, "You got a drink? You got a drink? I'll get you a drink. You need a drink? I'll get you another drink."
Yeah,
He's
no.
just like making sure everybody's having a good time.
He helps me host this so well, and just wanting to make sure everyone's having a good time.
Yeah.
He's ready to game every game that people are playing. He's like, "Let's go, let's do this," and he's just happy to be
Yeah.
amongst friends, gaming and playing all weekend. He
Yeah.
really is having a good time. And so Thursday, you got to meet some of that first crew, everyone who was actually bringing computers and stuff like that. We played some League, kind of ARAM stuff. You got me to play a freaking normal game, which is terrible. Ranked game, nonetheless. That's terrible. Put me in Iron 4 or 3 or something like that, I think.
Welcome to Iron.
God.
So the tiering system goes like Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, Champion or something. And then there's got like tiers of each one within it.
Oh, wow.
So like the worst you can be is Iron 5, right?
Hey, I'm not the worst.
I think I'm Bronze 4 just now. So I'm way better than you, apparently, which is still really bad, because I've been Iron for like 3 years, man.
Well, hey, that last match that put us into it, we were doing great.
Yeah, me and you were just rocking bottom
I don't
lane.
know what the rest of our lanes were doing.
Well, we had a
top,
Darius. Yeah,
top
Darius
lane.
top.
Are you...
We were 10 minutes in, and he was 0-12, and he was trash-talking the enemy guy, saying, you're trash, you're trash. Like, dude, you're 0-12.
I don't know who this child was.
Yeah, you don't play League.
But,
No, that's fine. I'm just listening.
But it was one of those things where, because he fed a volley bear, right?
Yeah. And Volley was... Like, who would have thought that a fed Volley would be so insane?
Volley, at that point, nobody could 1v volley.
No.
Like 3v volley.
No, we tried 5v1 on him. He just even when we
Get
got him low,
through
his innate passive would just kick in, just heal
and he
right
did his
up.
ult and lightning all of us to death.
Yeah.
Like, oh my
Madness.
God, it was so terrible.
It got to the point where I was like, I don't want to die anymore because I'm now like 2-6 or something, and that was bad enough for my like own.
Yeah, well,
match
we
histories.
wanted to surrender early, and then one idiot, probably the top lane guy, wouldn't.
Because everybody else was trash and he's great, so he was waiting for his comeback any minute now.
It was terrible. Anyhow.
The premise is that, if you die a lot and you don't get many kills, you don't get much gold or experience. So
Well, yeah, I mean, that sounds about right for every game.
Well, a lot of like first-person shooters, if you're doing bad, you can always make a comeback because everybody's on the same level, technically. But in this game, there's like a literal experience thing within the game that means that if you're doing bad, you actually are like less powerful.
It scales
as well.
worse and worse. It snowballs.
Yeah, like, the more kills you get, the better your character is in game.
That's funny. You got the hatch one.
Oh yeah, I got them all, man.
Oh, let's go. So we played some League. In true Gamefest fashion, Beebs, thank you for participating and doing the sacrificial effort for us so no one's computer crashed and died. We did have on Thursday a computer case cracked and being worked on upstairs.
That was funny.
Because Beebs brought new stuff in to basically be to upgrade his computer. He'd gotten a new video card, and Beebs goes big. He's silly.
He's a funny guy. I like Beebs.
No, Beebs is wonderful.
And after he's had a few drinks, last night we ended up having this big in-depth discussion about what was it? I don't even remember what it was. Some kind of socialist versus capitalist idealism thing.
Beebs will talk your ear off. He's a well thought out person.
Oh no! On Friday after we had our first discussion,
that one was thick.
He said to me like, "Hey man, if you're ever in Colorado, come by and drop by. I'll happily host you and everything." He was like, "Oh, you want to talk about this stuff too? I like this. This is great."
He and I have had some conversation. I had to stop because he got me some thoughts where I was like, "Ooh, you caught me."
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, my logic was a little too open.
Yeah.
All right.
No, he actually backs his opinions with some facts.
It is the good side of the people who get into the profession that he's part of.
Come on in.
I can't post here. But Beebs because he was trying to upgrade his computer, and so he walked in. Yeah, his drink. There's cans there you can throw on too. We're going to do a mid-break recreation.
Yeah.
You guys are. I'm going to sit and watch.
I like how your eyes lit up on that. We'll talk about that in a bit.
It's very fun.
It's good that you're here for that. So, but Beebs cracked his case, so he was the sacrificial computer to say, like, someone needs to not break or have a computer die. And so he decided he was going to upgrade his video card. Easy. No big deal. He was going to add his a new boot drive, an NVMe drive. Still, not a big deal. That's doable. Easy enough. But he also decided he was going to rebuild a custom water loop.
Yeah, that was funny.
With hard piping.
All right, so by custom, we're talking used parts that aren't meant to be put together. And also the incorrect parts.
He also had
he
had no reservoir, right?
No, you're fine. No, your mic's in. I was just saying, move your mic to the right a little bit. Oh, wait, I locked that one down, too. No, I was going to say that way, out of your face.
The other right?
Yeah, out of your face. There.
Right for Wade, yeah.
There. That way I can see you on camera.
Your beautiful face can be seen now.
Yeah, that way you're good. And
But
plus,
he had no reservoir, right? So
he had one, but it was from
it
his
was a gold one,
original
yeah.
soft tube kit that he did. Was an old Swift Tech, And then he came because his old pump had died and stuff. He got a nice new pump, and he had all this hard piping, right? All these lines ready to go. He just says, like, Wayne, you got a heat gun? I'm ready to go. Yeah, here's a heat gun. You can do it. He starts molding his pipes. He's all excited. He got a adapter because I forget, did he do it for his video card or did he just do the CPU?
Just a CPU.
Just CPU. And it's funny, too, because he has this old reservoir, a little thinner one. I was like, man, you can totally upgrade this reservoir. Oh, I already got one. Yeah. But he tries to start putting it all together. And then realizes that the old reservoir he had, which to me was terrible, it's like this big, that's not a reservoir. This is a reservoir. No. But it had this tiny little thing, and all the fittings on it was like meant to fit with the pump that was in there. So he ripped the pump out. He's like, wait, this was all just glued in. There were no like screw fittings or anything. What do I do? And so he couldn't figure it out. He's like, well, maybe I don't need a reservoir. And so he finishes piping it all and gets it all so it looks beautiful. Until we tried to fill it. Because without a reservoir, there was like no good access point at the top vertical part of the, loop to add enough fluid in there to actually get it without any air bubbles. So we tried. I gave him a syringe. He got his water all together and stuff like that. And he's like angling it, put a bunch of paper towels. And that was the other thing. He did not close test the loop before powering it.
Oh yeah, he was just like trying.
He was like,
and when he started getting some of the fluid in, right, he was like, oh, there's a bunch of air pockets. What can we do? So we tried shaking it, and then he picked up the case and was like trying to move it around.
And he's got the biggest, old, ridiculous
like
case.
this like massive, like almost a motorbike engine kind of size, right? Like shifting this thing around. It's like, yeah, this isn't working.
And he kept trying to like run it a little bit, and then I was like, dude, you're gonna blow up your computer. You're gonna overheat your CPU. What are you doing?
It's just gonna melt into the floor.
Air bubbles everywhere, bubbling. It's like, this is terrible. So finally we said, please stop. Tomorrow, we will let you go get a proper fitting for this from the candy store, and you won't have to potentially destroy your computer. Please stop. And he was just so wanting it to have been done that day because you got all the pieces.
Understandable, right? Like when you got your gaming PC right there, and you're like,
you get excited, and it's Gamefest. I mean, we've all done that. We've all had a moment at Gamefest where we're like, I have gone through so many upgrades or broken shit at Gamefest just because, like, all the way back to in my buddy Sir Pence's basement when a random screw came out of some part of my case and arced on my back of my video card, and just that metallic smoke fire. You're like, so going to the candy store, the old one, and it was like, oh, there's $500 I didn't mean to spend today.
Speaking of the candy store,
so. That was all going. So Friday morning, bright and early, before everything else is happening, we go to the candy store, and we actually met Beebs there. And I didn't specifically tell Ken that I was taking him there, but I figure you probably were aware.
I was aware that we were going to, because you said you were going to the candy store to get Beebs' reservoir. So I wasn't sure if it was going to be like, I don't know, we're going to actually look around, or if it was going to be an in and out. Yeah. But oh my God, dude.
So got him there as it opened, waiting for the fence to rise, right, to get him in there. And Ken has always heard about Micro Center, about just how we talk about it and how I'm always like, it's a candy store. It has like everything you ever want.
So, okay, so let me give it a comparison, right? So in Scotland, if you go to like a hardware store, there'll be gaming stuff, but it'd be like pre-made builds and not even computers. I mean like laptops, right? Like you'd get like, I don't know, the salesman would say, this is a gaming computer. You should buy it. And you're like, all right, well, what kind of specs does it have? It's like, yeah, it's got a video card, so you're fine. You're ready to go.
It plugs into the wall.
Yeah, it's easy, right? And you're like, what the hell? And then if you try to look at like, I don't know, like custom keyboards or like a lit up thing, can you imagine? You have to look past all the boring USB, 12-pound ones that are just the cheap, crappy things, right? And they're like hidden in a shelf somewhere. Like, it's just, gaming is just not a big thing in the UK. Like, people do it, but for some reason the culture of, I guess the retail culture hasn't accepted it. But here, you guys have like embraced it. I couldn't believe this place. It was beautiful. I before when you said candy store, I was like, all right, it's just like, he just likes hardware. I didn't think it was gonna be like a big, like, I don't know. I didn't expect it to have the variety of stuff on show. So I don't want to go too long on this topic.
I love hearing a fresh opinion. We're jaded. We've been there. We know what we have.
Yeah.
And so I do really appreciate teasing out just like as you walked in the store, your experience with it, because there's only so many.
Buy?
Oh, dude, I was so tempted.
You didn't buy anything?
No, here's the best part. Here's the best part, because Ken gets here, right? And he's like, so my laptop, man, do you have a keyboard and stuff? Because my laptop...
I don't have a key. Like, I can't even run forward in games. Like,
I need a laptop because the keyboard's jacking up and, like, the case doesn't pull correct right. It's like, it's a little messed up, the build quality. It's like, man, I probably need another laptop soon. So what do? We go in there. I mean, I have my route.
He build you one.
Right, I have my route in the candy
Bring it
store.
back, though.
It's well, so I told him like we can build you a desktop right now, man. And he's like, but I took him around to the right, kind of past the initial stuff into where it opens up into the the area of laptops and the like headphones and stuff, or I mean the monitors and stuff like that, and in that you just opens up to like just screens, right, and all these well displayed laptops.
So I had never seen a curved screen in my life.
Yeah, any monitor.
They just don't exist in the UK. They're like I've seen them on like CES tech shows and stuff, and I thought it was like research has been done and this is technically possible, and if you custom buy online for a ridiculous amount like $10,000, you can get a tiny curved screen. I thought it was that level, and when I saw the prices of these things and the quality, I was like, this is real. You can get this today. I could buy one.
Because he saw like the first one he ran into was one of those ultra wides. That's like one of the
I was like
35-inch ultra wides.
Yeah, I took the mouse and I was like,
but he was just
10
like,
minutes later I got to the other side of the screen.
So he saw the first one. He's like, oh my god, it's not real. I was like, no. We have to go to the back, where like the 48-inch ultra wides are.
Right.
Like the stupid ones. And he just looked at us like what?
I was like, I was just smitten. I was like, I need one of these in my life.
Yeah. And then you get the ones that do 210 hertz. Like that.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this one's got FreeSync, this one's adaptive sync, this one's got G-Sync over here.
I've got a 1050 Ti in my laptop. It's got 30 FPS. 30, right? Yeah, I've got 8 gig of RAM, and it struggles with like basics. Like yesterday, I had League of Legends and Factorio up, and it was like
both basically 2D sprite type game. Well,
right? They're
got 3D, but still,
they're either very old games, like League is, or just not made to not really.
Wait, you
take
mean
up
like because when I run League on my computer in the little window here, it runs at about between like 250 to 180 frames per second.
No. I told mine to stop trying past 30. Like I was like max out at 30 because like I don't want to take up my my entire computer's resources. So yeah, seeing all this stuff, I was just like.
And then I did take him through the tour, like to see everything from the televisions, because I know that's the big thing that they don't have scale for. I was like, so here's like the 83-inch, Samsung or whatever.
And plus, I mentioned as well, Michigan's actually way more expensive than here.
Huh?
Like the TV that I bought there is like a 52-inch 4K thing, and it was like $600. But here I saw bigger
Basically the
TVs
equivalents.
with like better specs that were like $450. I don't know why. I don't know
Yeah,
why
like
Michigan's
65-inch
expensive.
Samsungs and LGs for like.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
this is why Amazon is your friend.
But Amazon wasn't that much better.
Oh.
Sounds like we need to start smoking a bandit some TVs up north.
Right? It's all right.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, next time,
Taking our own shipments across state borders.
yeah, next time I want to buy something, I'm just going to do a big road trip.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to drive all the way down
Hey.
to the Denver candy store, and then I'm going to drive back.
We have done things. Well, in Hando, I think it was, or someone was saying in there about the Boston candy store stuff, because there are a few micro centers around. But so I'm happy I got to show you that. I took him through like all the back stuff, through the makerspace and such, seeing all the mechanical keyboards, the fact that everything's there.
It was just beautiful.
We met up with Beebs. He was able to. I finally got him to just get a new reservoir. He did. I grabbed one of the gals that was working there and was
Speaking
saying
of,
like, "Here."
I was
help him."
shocked by the fact that there's people there that know what they're talking about.
So, admittedly,
Like,
when Candy Store opened, I knew way more than the people there.
Okay.
And then I'd find like the one or two, and I would find that salesperson be like, "You have
Well,
earned my respect.
You find a gamer.
You get my,
Yeah,
you get my
she must have been
commission."
a gamer because
Yeah.
she was like, I know about custom builds. She actually had like custom build specialist tag or something, right?
Yeah.
So she was like, I know my stuff.
Yeah. Well, and like I pointed out the computer that Linus built at the Micro Center like a month
And I
ago
was
or
like,
something.
what? The Linus was here. I was like, what? Like, I could.
Yeah, I pointed it out because it was in their little game building area. I was showing them through like, and they had bigger ones I had seen recently where I was like, here's all the hard drives. Do you need a 12 terabyte drive? Because here, oh look, they have a 16 now. You need a 16 terabyte drive? We can go get like 3 of these real quick and upgrade my server and add like another 32 terabytes of storage.
It's silly. I thought this was all special stuff you had to get online. I can't believe I saw it in real life.
Let alone like here we can just get you a 2080 Ti right here.
Oh, and I was looking, I was like, that's not a bad I couldn't even fit in my laptop. Why am I considering it?
So yeah,
A
it
little
was,
soldering, you can make it work.
it was fun to take us to the candy store and get it.
3/4 graphics card, 1/4 laptop.
So no, it was a good time. So took him to the candy store, sorted. Then we went by Sam's Club to get supplies for Gamefest.
That was kind of what I expected. This is
Yeah,
same as
you've been
Michigan
to a
as
big
well.
box
Yeah,
before,
yeah.
right? But so I did the normal, get the core stuff, the chips, everything for what we were going to be doing for our challenges and such like that, and then we came back. And then Friday is our traditional like, let's all party.
Well, you missed one. Maybe it was probably passive to you, but it was a big thing for me. I could see the mountains. 'Cause
Oh
on
yeah, that was the
Thursday
thing.
night. It was so dark we couldn't really see anything.
One of the main things is because coming out of my neighborhood, I'm very fortunate where I live here on the east end of town that I'm at kind of the top of the hill in my neighborhood. So once you turn out to head west, you just kind of look forward and see the entire mountain range, the Rockies there. And I was trying to tell Ken, I was like, yeah, so that's our Rockies. They go all the way up into Canada and all the way down to Mexico. This is the wall, right? This is what
They're
we run up
beautiful.
against.
They're just gorgeous.
This is west for us.
And I was explaining that. I was like, you get, when you live in Denver and you spend time here, you get spoiled, just in Colorado in general, that west is mountains.
Yeah.
And so when you go anywhere else that has a mountain range around you and it's not west, it jacks up your sense of
Totally
direction.
disoriented. Yeah.
Vegas is the worst for me because it's in a bowl and there's mountains all the way around it.
Why is that?
And so whenever I look up and see mountains, I'm like, oh, we're going west. And then I'm like, why are we going south? There's mountains. It just messed up my brain.
Everywhere is west.
Yeah, it did. It messed me up.
Westworld.
Oh, it would jack me up. But yeah, so you got to see the mountains, the snow on it,
Beautiful.
everything like that. It's still cold enough here. We have like snow on the ground.
So I've already made the decision. I will be back to ski. Right, like I'm gonna come back and probably bring Kitten with me as well. And we're gonna
Yes.
have like a week of just
Yes.
skiing, and it's
Like
gonna
I
be
said,
awesome.
you let me know. We'll go rent a freaking place up in the mountains, get 20 of us, so it's cheap as heck. One of
Yeah.
these villas that'll hold 40 people.
Man,
and
that'd
we'll go
be
ski
just
a week.
so good. Last time I went skiing was like 8 years ago. It's just so sad.
I've got 3 snowboards and like 3 sets of like blades in my basement right now.
Don't tempt me, man.
I've got a season pass and I've got discount tickets. Like I said, tomorrow morning.
If we
6
get up
in
at
the
like
morning,
5
up the
a.m.,
mountains.
yeah, right. We're gonna have to because I don't remember flight. It's 6:30 or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say
tomorrow.
we have to be back at the airport at like 4.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so-
yeah, yeah.
which you can. But like I said, tempting. I think we're going to limit ourselves to taking you downtown to actually see some of Denver.
Yeah.
Versus me
That'll be
taking you
good.
to the mountains. Like maybe I'll take you into the foothills, like Lookout Mountain or something like that.
Downtown will be fine, and I'll panic
Red
less
Rocks.
about it.
Yeah, Red Rocks would actually be tight. Can take you to Red Rocks. 'Cause you can see the concert venue that you also will have to come with Kitten to like see some shows.
Cool.
Not that I'm trying to totally convince Ken that he needs to find some kind of job here versus East Lansing. Because
No, Denver's closed. No more moving here.
Please, yeah,
no,
please
it's by special invitation only.
Oh, thanks, guys. I'm so glad that you're keen on having me here.
It's special invite only. All y'all flippers from other states that
It's so
don't know.
fucking crowded here.
It's crazy.
No, it is. Yeah, it's gotten
Yeah.
bad. We've been here long enough to watch it change. Anyhow, we won't bitch about all you foreigners from other states
Oh
coming
yeah,
in here.
I'm not from another state though. I'm a true foreigner. I'm
Yeah.
a damn immigrant.
Yeah, you talk funny.
I let specific, not like Southern funny,
Yeah.
just like. So yeah, all right.
Damn
So
immigrants come here taking our jobs.
yeah, how many Americans in your department?
I have one, and I work with 30 people. Yeah, there's
Good on
only one
you.
American. Most people are Brazilian. Yeah.
Now, granted, he's doing research,
Yeah.
but anyhow. So Friday night gaming, get multiple people start coming in. The people who aren't just here to play computer games, as well as people are playing games all night and stuff
Myself
downstairs too.
included.
Hannah included, coming
yeah.
in there to actually enjoy just not having to adult, right? Because that's really what Gamefest is about. I always tell people, it's
You can
our
truly
version.
Yeah,
chill.
it's so worth coming on Friday. Before and after work.
Yeah,
Nice.
because that's the thing. It's our version of like what I say. Would you rather your husbands go or your spouses or whoever go to like Vegas for a weekend of debauchery, or come to my basement, get drunk, and play video games?
Right? Yeah, I mean, like, I can't remember who it was. Somebody was saying the other day, like, oh, my wife was really concerned with me first coming for, like, a guy's weekend. Then she came along and she was like, wait. You sit in a basement for, like, 72 hours. And, what, do you never leave? Like, yeah, we need to sometimes go to the bathroom or, like, get more beer.
Yeah, right. I mean, we get up, we might look outside.
Yeah, like, sometimes you look outside, like, oh, it's...
Maybe.
It's daylight. When did that happen?
Well, and I did give shout out early. I don't know if you heard Campo to say thank you for doing everything
Oh, yeah, you
with
got
getting
a
the
big shout out,
kegs
sorry.
and doing all
Yeah.
that. Big shout out for that.
Yeah.
And it's funny, Legend's talking so about me losing my voice. He's like, Wayne almost, he says,
You pretty much did
lost
lose
his
your
voice at one point while we were there.
Yeah,
No, I didn't almost lose my voice. My voice was gone And it was gone Friday night.
Considering, we'll talk about it later, but considering the events of last night as well, the fact that we can both actually still talk is kind of impressive.
Yeah,
We'll see if
all
by
three
the
of
end of
us.
the show.
Yeah, I was there too.
I know you were.
I remember that.
You didn't do. Well, you did do Slipknot. You did do Slipknot.
I tried. I did a little bit of Slipknot. I'm
Yeah.
not familiar with Slipknot.
We
though.
will see
But
how
I did
this
a
show
few,
ends
yeah.
in an hour and a half from now. Whether I'm still speaking. But no, it was good. All right. Well, and we'll get to that too, Ando.
That was part of it. Yeah.
So we played the games. You know, what was it? Shout out to Legend and his wife for bringing, what was it? What's the meme? What's that meme? So it's a card game, kind of like the Cards Against Humanity, all those. This time it pulls out a picture of a meme and people bring responses that kind of describe what that meme might be talking about. You pick, win, good. I forget what was being played in the other room, but I know that Fallum and his, was it Fallum and his wife, or was it, no, it was Alchemy, was it Alchemidi?
Yeah, it was Pete. Yeah.
Yeah, so Pete and his wife brought some other games. I forget which one they were playing, but
I
they
don't
had
remember
one.
either.
They always bring some really complex, cool ass games, and I didn't get those because admittedly I started playing a lot of Rock Band. It was good,
Well, the beer's flowing like wine.
dude.
Friday was awesome, by the way. That was
Friday
so fun.
was I loved Friday.
That was
so
great. Yeah.
Well, and that's why I've made it continue to be more the social event where people get to catch up with each other. Because that's the thing. Some of my boys that have been doing this for years, they talked about it, and they brought it up. Like, one of the reasons we come to this is the only time we see each other.
Yeah.
Like, we're so busy. We got lives. We got, families, everything going on, that just to be able to get together and catch up.
Well, it's a good thing about it being a weekend as well, and you don't have to take any time
There's
off
no
work.
rush.
You don't have to.
Yeah,
if you do want to, you can get an extra day.
Well, because most people do it like, Game Fest? And so, like, Campo, myself and stuff, so we're not working Friday. But others will just do the thing where it's like, I'm just getting off early on Friday. And actually, big shout out to Crimson, too, because he always puts in hard where he was like, so wait, are people showing up Thursday? Are they? Because I'll be there. And sure enough, he showed up as well.
But it's funny how Crimson always tends to show up when we're out getting a sandwich.
Oh,
or
my
beer.
God.
Oh,
Same
yeah, that's
time
funny.
this time.
100% of the time.
Damn it,
It never
Crimson,
fails.
every time.
It doesn't matter what time it is.
Yeah, 'cause-
whether it's lunch, whether it's
On the way
Shows-
back on
yeah.
Thursday,
are you
it's
guys?
right off a flight, it was like, hey, let's get something to eat, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
Ken just got in, grabbed something, so he took him to our local British pub. Not truly anymore.
Well, it's a tap house now.
It used to be a
Yeah.
British pub. It's changed.
Yeah, the fish and fingers was just. Sorry, the fish and fingers. The fish and chips was just fish fingers, right? That's all it was.
Yeah. But I mean, they had vinegar, right, for your chips?
They had. Yeah. I did.
Right?
That was in vinegar. Yeah.
Yeah, right? But got to give you a beer, which you don't normally drink beer.
Yeah,
But
it's
you
good.
had one, the apricot blonde from
dry duck.
which is like one of our most successful local breweries I've hit. And it's their go-to. And it was chill, right? We got to eat and stuff, but then sure enough, I get a call from Crimson like, so I'm here. It's like, damn it. Like, we just ordered.
It never fails. Yeah.
So anyhow, he went and grabbed supplies, came back. Anyhow, yeah, no, but shout out to those guys for going hard. But they're mentioning, and like, shout out to Aaron for Kazuyori for bringing that lightsaber of his.
Oh, that was pretty. That whole damn thing was.
Because
so
my boy
pretty.
Kazuyori works and is refereed for the Saber Legion, the actual like professional combat saber sport that's out there. If you ever see, I forget his name in it when he does it, but when he's dressed up as Skeletor fighting, it's amazing. But this new blade he got is like the biggest, baddest thing you could get. He dropped the numbers on where he said it was like an $850 blade. But it has everything. And the blade on it was beautiful. In
It
fact,
was
it
so
has an
pretty.
RGB strip that goes up, so when you turn it on, it goes...
Beck says that thing was sexy.
Oh my God. Well, it's funny because I had another dude who had commissioned me for a 3D print who came over. He's actually building a costume for Star Wars. I was like, just a second. Hey, Kaza, could you pull out that lightsaber? And sure enough, they were like, just going on it. That thing is beautiful. So I love, again, this is the time we come and we geek.
Oh, yeah.
And we socialize and do it. All right.
So Friday.
So we did all that. The other thing that we did that we had to bring up on Friday is I've been talking about this for some time, is the show Hot Ones. You guys have heard me talk about this multiple times, right? And it's basically the show that Sean Evans, the host, gets out there, interviews people while having them eat wings that are doused in various hot sauces. And so I just decided I was feeling the love of the show, and I was like, man, I want to try this stuff. I mean, I don't do heat, but I want to try it. And so I started ordering stuff.
It's so funny.
And so I picked up basically the Hot One sauces. And I thought, wouldn't it be wonderful to share this experience, not just with myself, with my friends?
Oh God.
He's kind. It's a nice thing to do.
So Friday
Share with
night,
your
Yeah,
friends.
oh,
so
I
Friday
know.
night we got together and I started streaming, and I had the group basically watch what is probably the pinnacle episode of Hot Ones, the Gordon Ramsay episode.
Oh yeah, so good.
Because he just suffers, right? But I wanted people to have an insight of what they were about to experience. Because I had tasted the hot sauces slightly, where I'd taken a toothpick of the XXX Last Dab and touched it in the middle of my tongue and was like, wow, that is an experience, that one.
That's good.
And I was like, yep, that is a sauce.
But they actually taste good.
So, and like
flavor.
you
You say
hear the
Yeah.
celebrities
I would
on the
disagree,
show
but,
talk
you know.
about how the flavor is actually good for their sauces. And I got ones that all I think had decent sauces. But, and I'm going to share this for everyone to kind of see. We did have, we did our own challenge of it, where I decided what I did so that everyone could participate is I put together bags of fries, basically steak fries, to douse and shake all of these sauces in. And you guys are welcome to check these out as well. Hey, Preacher, welcome to the show, man. We'll talk about you in a minute. But how we had the whole room, people, and this is like that Friday night crowd of everybody getting in there that's going to experience this. So I was telling them,
Hannah already looks so mad. She's
I
like,
did not want to do
man.
it. I did not want to do it.
so I went through most of the hot sauces. I actually have to admit, I forgot one. The Los Caliente, which is honestly one of the best flavored
Yeah, we
middle,
tried that
middle heat
yesterday,
ones.
yeah.
It went great with those meatballs.
It did. Well, I didn't try the
And I
meatballs,
forgot
but
it.
did.
Somehow I missed it in the fridge, so we missed one of like the ramp up ones. Anyhow, so I got these ones, and as they other people were like, and time to go.
Well, yeah, time to leave. I'm out.
But most people participated. The only person who legitimately couldn't is John because
Yeah.
Well, he was allergic to.
he's allergic to vinegar,
right?
which means
So,
everything like that will kill him, and every sauce is made with vinegar.
like most of us felt like we were dying, but he would actually die. So it's quite a good reason to tap
straight
out.
up die.
Yeah.
So started giving them out from the mildest one first. Super light, just flavorful. They're regular classic. And everyone got to go through and start experiencing these sauces. Now, the reason you do it, not just like in a little toothpick form, but actual something you eat is because then it fills your mouth, which is a much different experience from just tasting a little bit of the sauce. So, you guys all participated in this challenge.
We did.
It's delicious.
What were your thoughts in general? Because it did ramp up, right? We started off classic, tasteful, right? Interesting, little good. Okay, it's a hot sauce, right? It's got some good flavor. It's not bad. It's chill,
There we go. First one done.
right? Everyone's kind of like, all right. Nobody's really suffering. I think a couple people are like, oh, there's a little bit.
There's a
little bit
tingle,
Yeah,
of
right?
see, I was that one because I was like, yeah, it's not too bad. It's got some zing to it, and then
Right.
it's just, it went downhill.
Well, I saw your
very
little
fast from
poo-pooing Hannah, whatever she said there. Like, it's not that bad.
Well, and I would almost want to say it like they do on the show where it's like, oh no, don't get ahead of yourself,
Oh, yeah.
right? And oh no, is it going to not play further?
It
it's
will do
thinking.
eventually.
It's thinking. Well, it might be because I'm actually editing this video right now to cut off the beginning piece.
Oh, shoot. Then, yeah, it might be.
So it might be stuck in thinking there. If it comes back, we'll talk more.
Refresh the whole page. It might help.
But regardless, the thing that we ran into, right, is that, we definitely upped it, and it got much, much hotter. And I think this might be the one. Actually, is this? Well, so
Oh, man. I'm getting a little sweaty thinking about that one.
I know.
Like, I feel it.
Ugh.
Like, hey,
so here's the thing. Yeah, this is right. Was this right after we hit the Widowmaker?
oh, my God. So this wasn't even the last one, right?
No.
Like, this was the third last one?
So
I
let's
think we
see.
tried?
I want to go like just before.
Widowmaker? Yeah, I think that's.
So in a way, I almost want to give credit because Shady came in late. And it's funny. He was actually watching the stream, and it was typing in like, "I'm on my way."
Yeah.
All right.
I saw that. That was funny.
And so he shows up and was like, "Oh, you're just in time. We've yet to do the last sauce. You can catch up." And so we had him do it like a blast of all the sauces
Yeah.
coming through fast. And as he came through, he just anyhow, we get through. And before we hit the last one, that Widowmaker. Let's see. Yeah, no, that was where we're at. That Widowmaker.
Oh, this had it running off.
The Widowmaker, which is an Aussie one, it actually was the first one that hit. Like fire in your face right away.
Oh my God! And it had both the burst damage at the start, then it had the DPS over time, right? Like
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
It had both,
DPS
man.
over
It
time.
did. It did. Well, it says on it, 15 out of 10 heat. I mean, like, it was an experience.
Like I almost want to see because
that
I
woke
think
you
this
up.
is the one. And it's
Yeah.
nice. I really do give credit. Thank you everyone who was involved with giving it a shot because they're no joke.
No, they're
And
not.
You can see
They're
my eyes
not.
opening.
Well, and you start seeing as people start experiencing it, you start seeing people like, "Uh-oh. I see what they're doing. I don't want to try this."
See, there's me in the background taking shots of chocolate milk.
Yeah, because you don't drink milk.
And I don't know, and it was
yeah.
so bad, but at the same time, I was like, it helps so
People were grabbing milk by the carton, just chugging it, like, oh god.
Well, because I want to say that maybe that was the one right before, because it basically hit where when Widowmaker hit, yeah, this is me suffering. Like, because as I talk too, trying to tell everybody, it's just it going through everything in my mouth.
You start crying so bad, like I don't think you can see.
Well, because I wasn't going to try to drink stuff. I'm just like, this is death.
I just looked at the camera like, help. Send help.
Yeah, it hurt so much. And so it's one of those things that I recommend. I recommend this experience.
I got the paper towel just to like dab my... Oh, no, that was for your eyes. I was like, dude, you need this.
Well, then Shady comes in and, like I said, gave him the blitz. Anyhow, so he got there just in time for us to do it. And we go in and we get to the last dab. And we do the last dab. I did the thing like on show where I shook it up and made sure everyone added a little extra bit to the last fry that we all had. And so some wiping and stuff into the... And I want to say, some people actually gave it a solid...
Yeah, one
dab.
of them like took the fry because they had a
Yeah,
small
you
thing
did.
fry
You
and
guys
just like
did, and
dipped
you
the
cheers,
whole
right?
thing.
Yeah.
in
Well,
it,
Shitty and I each had about a dime size.
Yeah. I
hot
was
sauce.
like...
And they were doused,
Yeah.
right? They were doused because this is the one that's 2 million Scoville, which means it does linger, and it'll heat you up.
Yeah.
And
In the chat, we had a couple of funny things going on. So, first of all, Legend says, Beck says, didn't Hannah run away at some point because it was so hot? Lol.
Yes, I did. I ran away like most of that, but I did try like all of them. Like even if it wasn't my own fry, like somebody
You were
couldn't finish
splitting.
it,
You were
I was
splitting.
splitting it with somebody
Yeah.
else. So I'd be like, I'm gonna take a bite of yours,
I don't know if
and then
it's
I
you
would
and
like
Danielle in
swallow
the
it.
back.
And
You
be
said
like,
you
all
weren't
right, I
going to do
need
it
some
all,
more
right?
milk.
yeah, I don't know.
You
If,
said you weren't going to do it at all, so I was super impressed that
like
you
I said,
Yeah.
much
stuck
credit
through
for
it.
everyone who actually went through, because I think you and Danielle split, or you and Unit, someone in the back were in the back of the kitchen were splitting.
Well, I know Shitty and I got a bunch of leftovers after all this.
Oh, I brought the rest down.
Yeah.
I was like, please, because I was hurt.
That was good food.
Copy says, I want to play the Spicy game. Kuro asks, who handled it the best? Well, I think we all were winners because we got through it.
No, we
right?
went through.
think
I
that
mean,
was-
I made a lot of noise, but admittedly, I was talking the whole time. And when you're talking,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
doing the sauces, it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
because most people it's just like they're suffering, it goes down. I'm sitting here trying to project to everybody like,
It's
here's the
probably
next
lips
one, and da da da.
Oh,
And
see,
all of a
I
sudden I'm
couldn't
like,
even do that.
"Woo!"
Like, I was pretty much
I'm
done on
hoping
the
we got
third
your
one we
brow.
had.
Oh, how
yeah, I
no, you
can't do
could.
it.
So the thing that
So
I think it was that what Hannah was bringing up is how red your neck got. Oh no, that was
That
because
was
we were
Shia
watching
LaBeouf, yeah.
Shia LaBeouf episode. But in
You just
general,
mix up Shia LaBeouf
well,
with
no, but
somebody
I
at the bar.
remember you were getting red too.
Oh, yeah.
It's just because as you're going through, it's just like
Oh, yeah, you could see it, yeah.
And again, eyes were watering, nose starts going, like everything.
You're cringing.
No, it was woo. It was some work. It was such a good experience though, and I really did appreciate that everyone was a part of it.
Yeah.
So now, if you guys like, the video is linked on our page. Feel free to go watch all the shenanigans, hear the soundtrack itself, and you can feel the suffering.
Please feel free to like and share.
Yeah, I will happily. I need to put links into Hot One site. It's actually hedonist.com. Is their site that you too can order these,
Look at this bit.
these
This
sauces.
bit. Zooms right. Look
Oh,
at me.
yeah.
I'm soaked. It's just like I just dabbed my
Dripping.
forehead as well.
You're
Yeah.
dripping with sweat.
Like, I was like, I'm losing weight eating this food.
It is legit. But again, most of these sauces are super flavorful and like dang good. So if you can handle it, it's good. And they're sitting in here because we maybe also have like some chips here that after the break.
You
so that we
guys
at
are
least
gonna
get
do
halfway
it. I
through.
ain't doing that
We
again.
may do a little mini one where we just take bites and we get to reacquaint ourselves.
I'm excited.
When I get not hot tea as my drink,
Yeah, I need definitely a refill of something.
something that'll hopefully
Go get
calm
a
down.
jug of chocolate milk or something.
Oh my gosh. Yes. It's like all of us. It was an experience. So
But like I said, it felt like we came together and experienced
Oh,
some kind
no.
of like
Everybody.
traumatic event together, right?
Yeah.
We're all closer now.
We're
because
survivors now.
Yeah, we went through it together.
everybody had a really good time.
Trial by
Everybody
fire.
was smiling. Again, I think it really makes you feel alive.
That's why last night's theme song was so appropriate, right? Through the fire and
Oh,
the flames. That's what
God.
Friday was.
Oh
That's-
my gosh. So yeah, that kind of like put the cap
Stupid
on what
song.
Friday night was for us. And dang, it was fun. And I really do. Big thanks to everyone who participated, to all of you guys.
Yeah,
being
thanks for
part of it.
providing
It
hot
was-
sauce.
It was
yeah,
so
that was
good.
great.
It was
Really
so
well done
great.
organizing that.
Don't make me do it again.
Can I suggest that we take an early break, since I think it'd be appropriate for us to go on to the challenge next?
Oh man, you really want us to die. I'm just afraid that my voice won't hold up after
It's
consuming
not. It's
it again.
fine. That means we've got lots of guests. It's only appropriate we give them a chance to speak as well
Oh gosh. Well,
after the hot sauce.
anything else that we wanted to bring up, Joe? Because again, rock band and stuff like that, it's always good groups and people jumping in. Again, credit to everyone who plays and participates. I love that action and the fun of that. Any thoughts otherwise of stories of things you had as I'm
Well-
going to find a break song?
I would say I'd like to hit on some Star Citizen.
When we come back, I
Yeah.
definitely have Star Citizen
that'll
queued
be
up
yeah,
to
yeah.
show pictures and videos of from because that's its own great stories from
We
that
actually
one.
got to. I don't think we got video of it, but we captured one of that big ass pirate ship finally.
Yeah, I didn't get the video, but I got to see
And then
after effects of that. I can't wait to hear the story.
And then our rally race, that was fun.
The
That was
rally
fun to
race
watch,
is
actually.
really
Yeah, I enjoyed
gosh,
watching that.
and it really does, in my opinion, like grab so much of the why we enjoy what it is we do.
Well,
with
it's one of
Star
those.
Citizen.
I don't know because I don't play it right, but it reminds me of World of Warcraft, what that used to be for me, which was, it's less about the game itself, more the fact that you can be in a virtual environment, hang out with a bunch of friends, and do dumb stuff together.
Yeah.
Like, most of the time I spent in World of Warcraft, you screw around in cities where you can't actually, fight things or get experience or do stuff. You're actually just having fun with your pals.
And I've gotten more of that in Star Citizen. I think most things, maybe because it is alpha and so many things break and we just realize it's going to be foolery.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
You're not too invested.
You take nothing seriously.
Yeah, no, we have
It's just-
so many occasions where we're just
Yeah.
laughing.
Yeah.
I felt really bad last night for was it 2 nights ago for Beebs because he was like, I bought all my I put all my credits into cargo, so I hope I don't. And then instantly his ship just blows up for no reason. He's like, I have nothing. I have nothing
He
left.
was
I'm
completely
done.
guys, I can't fix my ship. Guys, I can't buy fuel.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, because we had to get for so long for him just to get there.
Yeah.
Oh man, good time. So, all right, on Ken's recommendation, we're gonna take an early break here to get drinks in us, save the voice, and prep ourselves for maybe enjoying some of these Hot One sauces on air for your enjoyment. Damn it. Yeah, see that sadisticness? That dingo, man, that Widowmaker hurts. So during the break, I will let you, if you want, you can like set up a chip for, I guess, the three of us to partake of as we go through. I'm going to fill up another drink and get us ready.
I'm about to go get one now.
Get rid of the
Yeah,
Tapatio. That one doesn't count.
Oh,
That one
okay.
doesn't count. Neither does that one.
Well, that's a new one, right?
Well, that was one just from the store. That's
Oh,
not
okay.
actual hot. That's just flavor.
I just grabbed everything. Looped
Yeah,
it on
those ones aren't actually heat. We'll take those back. But during the break, we're going to play a song from our friends Edifice. We're going to play Exodus because that might be what happens here. But we'll be back right after this in about 5 minutes and get ready for more Gamefest Show X. And so thank you, everybody. We'll be back right after this.
Send in your emails to showx@vtwproductions.com.
Wind and sand carve the stone, luminescence now exposed. Crimson hands carve the stone, silver contours coming home. So fill the sky with the sound of 1,000 engines flying into the sun.
You're listening to Show X on btwproductions.com.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the show. So we now have more folks that have decided to join us from downstairs to enjoy this Hot Ones Challenge. And so we're doing just a light version of it in that we are going to be doing it via chips. And so we have plates of chips to just do a quick kind of bite and go for each of the flavors. So this will be like a reduction of what we did the other night. And so we're starting with the classic, which is really just flavor. It's just flavor. So I'm going to grab mine. You guys just pass it around and grab one each. This one is just like a good start. It's from them. It's their sauce. And it's really a tasty, tasty sauce.
Should we hold off and do it all together?
Yeah. No, just everyone get their chip
Cheers.
on hand.
I'll take the first one.
Okay. Salud when it comes to sauce and chips. Appreciate everyone. Said this one's just got a good flavor to it.
That one's not even hot.
Yeah, like I said, it's all flavor. That one's just tasty.
I would just replace
I
ketchup
can
with
already
that.
feel it burn right now.
But you were going to take part. You're already eating some.
We'll see how high you're willing to go. So
It's
again,
like a standard like Mexican like salsa.
Yeah,
Like it's that level of hot.
yeah. Now the next one, admittedly, this one has the basis of being really hot because it is the last dab, but this is the one without Pepper X. And so it doesn't actually have what makes the regular last dab so hot. So it's mostly just, wow, like just the flavor of the sauce.
This
So
is
this,
more of a grease apparently.
whoops.
Just destroyed one of the chips.
Yeah.
It's all right.
So, but it is thick double C.
Thick with double K.
There you go. So this one, again, no real heat, mostly flavor. I'll take the big on this one, just since I did it dirty. Go ahead and pass that one around, everybody.
To the next big one.
This one, oh, I gotta be careful not to touch my face.
Right.
Like I said, this one's
Wiping your eye.
yeah, last dab. This one's the hot one. Just it's the same flavor as our hot one without Pepper X.
Oh come on, this one's good.
You should be good up to the flavorful one. See? First, like,
First part.
there's
Last
heat,
part.
but it's nothing bad. Lingers a little
To be
bit.
fair, the last challenge, everything was doused in it, right?
Yep.
These are just little bits we're having. So maybe we should up the quantity a little.
Oh, no, trust me. We're about to go through them fast.
We're about to up
I like where your
sauce
head's
game.
I hate you.
So,
How about you just put a diverse range on there?
so what's funny is this one.
People go, oh god.
No. This one is one of the ones that's actually really flavorful.
Is that the fruity one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice.
This is their other sauce, and this is one that I think everybody kind of, when they had some, was like, oh, man, that's good. So
Yeah,
this is when
actually
we
tasty.
started, like, people were grabbing to throw with other food. Like, oh, dang, I want some of that. And so that's the thing. I give them a lot of credit for their sauces. Los Calientes, it's already mostly empty. Opened yesterday because people are just, like, using it. Nice and flavorful. A little bit of burn, not bad, right? Oh boy, I can start feeling my nose though.
It's like fruity.
Yeah, like I said.
And then see it's a burn.
Yeah, no, it's got a burn to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But this one's got what, a mango?
No, really not at all.
That's fine.
I think this one's a mango. They listed as 5 out of 10.
Although I'm starting to sweat a little bit.
Well, this is also because we're going fast.
Yeah.
This is what Shady had to deal with.
No breaks.
Hey, next time we want to do wings or whatever, I've got go ahead and a recipe. Someone's the one that Tasty Meats.
Oh shit.
So I can.
Liquidy.
Some of these are more liquidy than others.
I can take that one.
I've succeeded in making.
Well, this is the Scotch one.
Oh, I can definitely take that one.
So this one's more of a
Maybe
mustardy.
straw.
That's in my
Is that
blood.
the Scotch bonnet pepper? Is that?
It's
Yeah.
something like this one's the one
Yeah.
that's much more mustardy flavor.
Yeah, Scotch bonnet. Yep.
But it's got a great kick to it. This one does have a little bit of heat. Oh no, we're good.
Okay.
This one does.
With a healthy dose of heat from the Scotch bonnet peppers, this will become your new favorite hot mustard.
I say so. It does have that mustard flavor, unlike some of the others. Ooh.
You all right?
Well,
Cleaning
that's,
up the
again,
sentences.
talking as I go through these.
Oh, I'll take this bad boy. I'll take the dowser.
Get my first sip of my Liquor 43, 43, with a little bit of Mountain Dew.
We're
Yellow
not
Gold.
sponsored by them, nor Mountain Dew. Unless you want to sponsor us, we'll take
But
it.
it is
We are
tasty.
sponsored by Launchpad Brewery.
Hey, Dastrick.
Cheers.
Preacher does say hey.
Hi.
That one,
I love the flavor of that one. It's nice.
There's another one that kind of heats up in the back. And most of these ones are ones that kind of heat up as it sits and lingers. But after coming off the last one, and the way that one already heated, it's not bad. It's just a slight build up. Now, admittedly,
I almost wanted more mustard flavor on that one. Like, I know it is a mustard base, but you know what I mean? Like, I just, I don't get enough mustard flavor out of it. It's just tea, which is fine. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's right.
But I just want
All right.
more mustard.
So now,
Oh no! Can we say that one for last? That should
No.
be- oh my god.
this is why it goes in this order in the show.
Wait.
It has less heat, but this is the first one that doesn't kick in the back. This one, the Widowmaker hot sauce from Dingo, which is an Australian blend.
This is the worst one.
Warning extreme. They listed as 15 out of 10 on the heat scale. And admittedly, compared to like the, I got to be like careful.
Just dump it on there.
Oh yeah. No, don't be careful. This is the.
Just slap the bottom of it, get it on there.
Do it,
Yeah,
get an eyedropper.
Oh, just a drip.
I want the smallest one.
We got chips over here that got just the slightest bit on it.
You are welcome to take a bigger one. There's a little bit on the plate there if you want more.
I'll do that. Challenge.
So this one, for anyone who
You just
watches the video, is the one that actually brings about probably the most emotion in me
Oh my god.
in experiencing this sauce.
Cheers.
So
Cheers.
everyone,
Cheers.
salut.
Jumping off the cliff.
Much better with chip.
I can feel sweat.
Oh man. So the
Yeah,
problem is,
starting.
Yeah, it's starting. I
It
can't
is,
wear a
it is.
headset. I'm not gonna wear a headset. I don't want to get sway.
it is
Oh man.
the way this one opens up. Is it? It opens up through your whole mouth.
You got 2 more to go.
It like,
I want a drink.
oh man.
Here, more of that.
Here you go. Here you go.
There you go. Unopened.
Just don't do a drink.
Mountain Dew's a bad idea.
I swallowed again. That didn't help.
So the problem is, and one of the problems with this last time we did, it continues to get hotter the longer it sits.
Every time I swallow.
Oh man, I'm starting to sweat too. This jersey's now like a bad idea. Oh man.
Never a bad idea.
So the problem with this one is like if you are smart, you try to get past it quick, but it doesn't. It doesn't let go.
Two more.
All right, what's next?
All right. We get back to their sauces. That's to me. So the next one is basically the same start sauce, the classic, but with Pepper X. And so from Hedonist, Pepper X is their let's make it hot kind of show. So yeah.
Concentrate.
And Kuro, I am chasing it with a tasty IPA.
Oh yeah. Wait. See, wait to shake. So if you got to see on the camera, he's like, oh god.
Man, yeah, his hands are shaking.
Well, I'm trying to only dolly
both
out
of them.
like
no,
I'm only trying to put out so much because
you're like shaking paint right now.
that Widowmaker,
You could be a
Opens up.
vibrate function for my phone right now.
F y'all. Well, and admittedly, whoever gets this one on the left side has a little bit of Widowmaker touching it on the side too.
Well, I do hate myself.
Oh, here, let me get not that one.
I feel like being at the end. I don't really get a choice in which one I get.
That's fine.
You can always get more sauce.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, so that's the thing. If anyone wants to do a rainbow afterwards, they're welcome. Woo.
That was really salty, that one.
Oh yeah.
I love the flavor.
Oh yeah, I'm sweating now. I've got beads going down.
Oh, Jesus.
Dude, get him a
Like,
close
you
up
use
on
your forehead as a
cameras.
mirror to shave.
Like, ooh, yeah, lean forward into
Lean
that.
forward into the camera.
I don't know how you can see, but
Yeah, you see the sheen.
I feel okay though. Like my body's reacting, but my mind is zen. I'm all good.
But the nice thing is,
prepared
once you
this
get
time.
back to their
I
sauces,
knew it was coming.
their sauces are way more tame. Like, the heat's there, and it lingers, and it opens up. But the Widowmaker's the one, and thank God I
That
didn't get
kills
the
us.
bomb. Because the bomb's the one everyone says, F this. It hurts everybody.
Yeah.
But, the Widowmaker upfront hit, the heat lingers, but it's a good flavor.
Joe X today, crying faces.
The worst part is, Ken's like, let's do it right after the break, so we have a show to do after this.
Yeah, that's half the fun. I
We have
can't
to keep talking.
The more I talk and present this, the more it's opening up in my
was
mouth.
a tear.
That
was a tear. I'm leaving the manly tear
Wait,
there.
wait. Are you doing the Shiloh thing? Do you look sad right now? How
Do
so
I look
sad?
sad right now?
It looks so sad.
It looks so sad.
So this is legit. The Last Dab Triple X edition. The reason it's Triple X is this has all 3 of their main peppers in it. It's got Pepper X, the hot one, Chocolate Pepper X, and Peach Pepper X. So it does have a bit of fruitiness to it.
This is the last dab, right? So we get an extra dab on top.
Get a proper dab, yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Frick us.
Oh, come on.
No.
Come on.
No, just one. Not the double dab.
You've gotten all of these. This is not really. It's not really any hotter than the other one.
Yeah, you've already done the hot
Screw
ones.
that, I'm done.
Because the key is the classic we just did had Pepper X. And so this one is now just all 3 peppers. Oh, man, my mouth is just warm all the way through.
Right?
Talking for the next hour after this is going to be awesome. All right, together. We'll wait. You guys.
Yeah, we'll save this one for together.
Boy.
Cheers.
Salud. Thank you, everyone,
Slide it
again for helping us all feel alive.
Or dead.
So,
And dead, both.
here we
Both
go.
at the same time?
Oh, dude. Probably just builds. It adds on.
Nah, man. After the Widowmaker, everything else is just like, oh, that's a breeze.
No, everything else.
That's just easy.
Nothing
man.
else. Oh, there
That
it
one
is.
starts at like nothing and goes up.
But it ramps. The problem is the Widowmaker kicks you quick. This one is to tease because it's nice and fruity and smooth at the beginning. Start talking. Open that mouth up. Let that air go.
I'm
Be like
struggling
me.
to see at the moment because the sweat's like. Just, I don't want to wipe it away because I want to show the full experience here.
The sweat is having some of the pepper
Oh,
in it
man.
now, too.
Yeah, it's exuding some of
Woo! So the problem is the more you talk, the more it opens up into your palate.
That's all right. No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
But that's what I said. It's
Enjoy
there,
that.
but now
fun.
you just got. So the thing now is my whole body feels warm.
Oh my god. Just sweat going in my eyes.
I need more
So,
beer.
oh jeez, I swallowed.
Beer.
Damn it.
Can I challenge everybody to another Widowmaker?
Let's do it.
Nope.
I'll do it.
People are diving out.
I'm not going to.
I'm down.
Yeah, 3 of us.
I'm down. Yeah.
You've not had your one yet.
I ain't doing that.
You want to join, Wayne?
No,
I did the first
I'm
one.
gonna narrate. Jeez.
I
Yeah.
felt burn on the first one.
Oh, my mouth is still getting hotter.
Oh yeah, I feel it.
Depends, yeah.
I feel it.
This isn't helping.
You gotta get some beer and cider in you.
All right.
Oh.
Well, this is the challenge. This is the.
Oh, dude, you're
I'll take the big one.
He didn't go easy on you guys at all.
wait.
Show the camera.
I'll let you choose.
So when we did it originally, it was
Up a
like a little
Up a little.
like
it
centimeters cubed, right?
You're good.
This is like
That's a
50
proper
milliliters.
coat.
This is like a yeah.
Oh, you're taking that one.
So-
huh?
I got some of yours on mine.
So when we do it, don't bite straight away. You turn it upside down so the sauce goes right on your tongue. All right.
God, you're fucked up.
What?
All right. 3.
Cheers,
2,
fuckers.
1.
Here's
Cheers.
the living 5 minutes ago.
I can't wait. You're a red kid. That's before it.
Oh my god. I'm feeling it now.
Oh man.
That's warm.
Oh.
I am one with the heat. The heat is one with me. Oh
Yeah,
my
you
God.
are. Yeah, you are.
Oh my eyes.
Of the sauces we have, the Widowmaker is definitely the most impactful. It's like
I'm on a different plane of existence, guys. I've
Hilarious.
ascended.
I heavily recommend, guys. If nothing else, I'm not much for hot sauce normally. You are so sweaty, but
Dude, you're so red.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
it's hot.
You're handling it well.
Yeah.
Really well.
but it will make
even have a
you.
drink.
It will make you feel alive.
Want some of my cider?
It will absolutely make you re-emit. Like
Make
you
me
you
like a
know
real man.
you know
Yeah.
you're alive when you
Gotta
eat
know
this.
that.
Man.
It's because you're always more alive when you're on the edge of death.
Well, and they talk about it, the endorphins that kick in with hot sauce.
Yeah.
But I love it because your eyes are so wide.
Dude, this is hot. Like it's building.
You
Yeah,
get
yeah.
the level of zen because you're like, I feel so
At
much.
some point, it can't get any further. Feel free to eat
fuck's
more
sake.
chips because they kind of modeled it out. Oh man,
Want to do another?
who wants to do a rainbow?
If you're doing another, I'll do another because I'm going to say no to a challenge.
All right, so as they
I
get this
already hate
going,
myself.
oh man, I gotta be
Oh,
careful.
for fuck's sake.
Careful.
Oh, man.
At a certain point, you're at a limit. All right,
I mean, it can't hurt more.
you say that until the end,
Right?
So here's the problem. So
You're
word of
over
warning, word of warning from Hot Ones. I think it was Coolio who's the one who died almost on the show. Because he's the one who took the wing and did the last dab and did the whole thing and just killed it. And he started seeing things. But the thing that happened to him is he almost had to go to the emergency room. Because he went into their green room and passed out on their couch for like 3 hours.
Oh, damn.
Because his body was just like shut down. There is a point where you can have so much hot sauce, it's like having too much alcohol. Your body will reject it. So I just warn you, because you may or may not have to suffer the in the commode after effects. I tend not to. But I have had my belly like gurgle on me, thinking, we are now processing at a whole faster tempo than we ever have.
Right?
And next thing you know, I'm running to the restroom just because like I just need to go.
Kuro says most of the actors on that show are weak compared to you guys.
Well, no, that's the thing. We experienced it, and it was different with the fries because it was the whole thing coated.
Yeah, that was worse.
Because this with the chip, you can kind of get it in your mouth without getting it all over your lips. But
that's why you like put it upside down so you can like douse yourself in it.
But even that lips,
Just do some
gums.
lipstick with it.
Yeah. I'm not doing that one. Right? Feel a little bit here.
Who wants to start like? Yeah, who wants to start like?
Wipe your
rubbing it
eyes
in
a
there?
little.
All right. So with that down, and feel free to keep tasting flavors as you
need more
guys
beer.
choose. This is like $100 worth of hot sauce and totally worth it.
Oh, thanks for sharing,
So
man. That was
jump
really
in.
great. That was fun.
So I love it, and I am hot right now.
It's just my hot.
Oh, yeah.
It's just sweating into my eyes.
It is.
Oh my god. I try not to touch them with my.
Okay.
That Widowmaker's by far the hottest one.
Oh,
Well, it kicks like nothing else.
It's the staying power.
Yeah, it just is like, hey.
I feel alive, man.
It hits hello in a way that you're just like, what's going on?
Have they considered the medicinal properties of this? Because like I don't think anybody could
you'll
die
lose
while
weight. You'll like, yeah. All right, so as you guys feel free to continue eating, but we're gonna get back into the show, everyone. So thank you for going through that ride with us.
Well done, everybody. Job well done. I stopped after the second one.
You did well. Hey, you did some.
Yeah, no, that's it. This is the whole thing.
Preacher says Shoex operating temperature 99% capsaicin. Yeah.
No, it's definitely, this is again, an experience for all. Thank you, guys. All right, so continuing with what, ooh, baby, warm. Like my whole lower, like just, I feel beads.
Did I just have a shower? I mean,
My diaphragm is warm.
Yes. No, it opens. It opens throughout your whole chest.
La 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 la.
Oh yeah, you should be able to sing like a beast now. Everything is open. Your nose is open. Oh yeah, I've had stuffy nose. Gone.
the coronavirus was just cured. And
Oh god. Ain't no virus living through this heat. All right, so please check out Hot Ones.
man.
Their show's amazing.
yeah.
All right, so we want to get back into things because then Saturday came about. Oh boy, yeah, I'm warm.
Yep.
So
I'm good now.
some of the games that were being played
Too
again.
sore.
Guys in the back love to play like Diablo 3 and stuff like that.
I'll
throughout.
do it.
So they did that. But at some point, and I believe, Hando, I'll give you credit because you were pushing and teasing and saying, hey, I want this played with you guys. But suddenly Ken was showing up like Factorio on his desktop because, of course, he plays as well.
I love Factorio, man.
Which did get me to load into Factorio. Now, I'm still playing through the tutorial because I realized how long it's been since I played. I'm enjoying it.
Shout out to Wib Software because the tutorial has been improved massively. It looks
It's
really
so good.
well-structured, lots of new entities. It's great.
Because I've forgotten so much of just how you play the game. But then, Crimson started playing it, and then Psycho looked over his shoulder and was like, wait, what's this? And next thing you know, I hear like a dissertation going in the background because you kept hearing it.
It was like 12 hours of just like constant. They started off with, so how do you put a belt down all the way to, so nuclear fusion?
Yeah. Today was fusion.
Because they were talking about how close they were to a rocket launch. So within like a 24-hour cycle, they basically were beating the game together.
Well, with two
Because it
people,
was
it's much
Psycho.
easier as
It
well,
is,
right? Like,
but it's
that's
just
a big-
fun,
that's a big
and
part
they
of
were. I think they were already doing blueprints and things like that, which make the game more accessible. But it was
I
just
said
fun
to
to
them-
see that as I was doing the hardcore, like I just trying to build it myself just to figure it out.
Of course, yeah.
But so Factorio did come up. Hando, thank you for that, and people were enjoying the heck out of it.
Oh yeah, big shout out to Factorial Schools. Great website for getting blueprints, by the way. Highly recommend it, especially if you're a learner. You can see what a lot of the pros have done and how to like make a really efficient setup. I mean, the fun is making your own as well, right? But it's learning.
We did get Ken to come to us with Brock and I to play some ARAMs. Earthweaver, my bro, externally jumped in with us some. Yep. So we got some of our League of Legends in there, play a little bit, so it wasn't just ranked normal game. We also, though, I'm trying to think, because of the other games played, the one that probably we spent, or that at least the room spent the most time playing, had to have been Star Citizen. And because, I'm telling you guys, you should make a rainbow. But, taste the rainbow.
Feel the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
We'll feel the rainbow tomorrow morning. That's when we feel the rainbow.
Later tonight.
Some one color though.
Oh, it'll be colors.
It'll be kind of like a stream though, like a rainbow. It'll be like
paint the rainbow.
the painbow. The painbow.
Oh boy. I love that you guys are doing that. Because I'm going to keep talking.
I'll feature yours if you
Ooh, Lady and Trumpet almost. I mean, no, you're going to... Oh.
Yep, the wedding
oh,
one. Ooh, wow.
Smexy. Look at that. Look at that. All right, so we've spent a lot of time this weekend amongst several of the people downstairs and other people coming up in Star
The
Citizen.
instant regret on your
Now,
face.
everybody else knows, and
I'm out of beer.
who's been hearing that Star Citizen has been something that we've been spending a lot of time in the alpha that we've been playing.
Yeah, it's alpha as hell.
It is, and that's
so fun, though.
part of the fun,
Yeah.
right? Because things break.
Some of the glitches are just fantastic.
Yeah, it is. The mic's getting in your face.
I thought you were pointing at just the nasal drip. That
that is good.
I got a sieve going on over here.
We're gonna have to go get like towels and stuff.
It's a reverse IV.
So there's so many things you can do to Star Citizen. You've heard me talk about specifically the things I wanted to bring up this time because I always have my roll of screenshots and stuff that I take, and so I wanted to bring up some of the screenshots of things that happened this time in the game. Oh man, it went away. I have to bring it back up. Oh no, it's just a different photo came in when I plugged in my phone.
So for those who are unaware, Star Citizen is this video game that's in alpha, right? And it's basically just the universe. It's freaking crazy how the scale of this thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful game. CryEngine, right?
Well, it's now Lumberyard. It's
Yeah.
based on CryEngine, but it's the one that Amazon Web Services uses.
All right, okay.
And they actually went through litigation. Apparently, they settled.
They settled it yesterday
They
Friday.
They settled it, so we might
Yeah.
actually see the true release date of Squadron 42. And oh, by the way, Campo, though I've been still teasing it, CitizenCon in October, whatever it is,
LA?
LA. Like we could go.
That
Like
I
Preacher,
kind of want to.
Asteroid guys.
Yeah.
We could have a massive CitizenCon presence
Is
if you guys
Preacher going?
want. I don't know, but talk about people who should. I'm just saying, I could see doing that. I've been there, that area.
I'm okay. Yeah, let's do it.
If you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. But
God, you're fucking terrible.
so I wanted to share some of the little things and some of these screenshots. I will admit I was clicking
dude.
a
Oh
lot.
my god, dude.
You could wow.
What?
I am okay with you guys killing that sauce because I'll never use it otherwise. I'm totally fine with that.
All right. So, what kind of hallucinations was Coolio having?
He told.
Imagine there's a Scottish guy sitting next to him.
Yeah, we'll see how Scottish he gets after this. I love that because Campbell's pretty solid with eating.
Oh
He's
dear Lord Almighty.
All right.
Cheers.
Let's get fucked on.
You guys are on crack.
Oh my god.
at some point you're just gonna be numb. It won't hit
I
you
don't really feel
anymore.
it anymore.
You say that
I
I'm
do.
gonna watch your eyes roll back, and you're just gonna be like flaming.
I can smell it like off of you guys. It's just
Oh, swallowing was a bad idea. Oh.
When Ken has to jump and run, that's gonna happen. Anyhow, okay,
good thing the bathroom's right there.
right? Okay, so I'm gonna share.
Actually, I think I might be used to it now.
I'm gonna share. So you gotta change up flavors then. I'm gonna, so one of the things we did, I was sitting. I forget
something on
which.
my tongue.
This is on not All Star, but the one that's outside the station. I forget what planet's above. It's the other one.
Here we go again.
Yeah, but that we're out there. That basically pause, and was it you that were in Freelancers, hanging around in front of me?
I don't remember.
Because I know pause is right there. I'm trying to read through to see who the other one
What
was.
night was this?
This was like on Friday.
Friday?
Or something, or late or something.
I had some brownouts Friday.
Because we were sitting there and there's both like freelancers hanging around as I was watching through the inside because we were kind of playing with the whole fact that they could see me inside and I could see them. And so as they're going around, they were kind of just playing around. Well,
Oh, this. Yeah, this
Yeah.
was Friday. Okay, I remember this now.
because I think this is you, right, Capo, sitting there? Or were you the one that
That was
came in?
Pause. I'm the one that came in and sideswiped him.
So Paz is sitting there looking at me dancing.
Oh,
All of
no.
a sudden,
Yeah.
Campo decided to make his presence known and rammed him as fast as possible.
What'd you do to me?
I'm feeling that one. I feel high.
Oh.
I feel high. I feel like
Yeah, I was the one that blew up. Yeah, this was.
that one.
Lexi, when your husband doesn't come back in one piece, know it was his fault.
Yeah.
He did this to himself.
I
did
didn't
this
do
to me.
it.
You weren't planning on having kids,
Oh
right?
man.
because oh no, that's gonna hurt.
It feels like it's still there.
So yeah, what was amazing is that the one ship lived and the other one just did not, and you can see the wreckage just out there.
Yeah, you can kind of see my dead body floating around too.
Yeah, it was.
Here it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
the left.
it's right down at
Yeah,
the bottom.
that's me. That's Campo floating in space.
And Pa's just kind of hanging out at the end, like doo-doo-doo. Then we came together and we tried to meet up. And thank you, Preacher, and thank you, Kyle the Kid, for really hosting and putting this on. Much appreciation.
Yeah, to the Blues.
The Blues, you guys are amazing supporters of this game and the fun and so much of what we do in it that is awesome. He's had a drink. He's like, I'm dying.
They've done like
Yeah, go for it.
They did a
they've done
massive.
a lot more.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Like the size of like a Hershey's Kiss melted.
But this.
Oh yeah,
With that.
with
Beach,
the
can you
Widowmaker.
get a spear?
Yeah,
I'll do a beer run.
I think we.
Thanks,
we
brother.
should,
Just beers.
Yeah, we'll keep this one.
Anything.
anything that's not hot sauce.
Yeah.
So thank you, Blues. So this is the first shot where we just met up on Yella
Yeah.
to do a race. The whole point was we were going to do a rally race for a ship. This is running for slips. So the Blues were very generous in that they shared for an account one of the little cars that we're racing in, so that someone would be able to go home basically with their own one of the ships. They rented a bunch out, and it took a bunch of work to get this together. We were actually kind of, I think, impressed that we had it happen, because how many people did we have? 15, I think, total
It was
just
13,
there?
I believe. Yeah.
Where we took off, like, when we spawned the server, we were more than half of the people on the server, just our group, which was amazing. And we went through, and now this is me taking screenshots as we're waiting for people to arrive, because we had a goal with this.
I think we all died about a dozen times.
Oh, it was so bad.
Waiting.
So we slowly getting people from all around wherever they were stationed in here on their ships, good, bad, and ugly of that, to having things like the goal, and they set it up great. Kyle and Preacher really, they had scouted it ahead of time, found the best route, something that wasn't too bumpy, because the physics are still such with a little low grab that these carts like to do things. And their goal was they started us at the start line all together, and they flew one of the biggest ships in the game, the 890, off to the top of a mountain. And in doing so, we had to go drive down the way, get around the 890, and come back to the
you're a
start
hero.
line to get it.
Almost won.
And
Unit.
so in doing so, though,
Thank you.
and like I said, as we're
Sorry
getting
for
things
drinking all your
set up,
drink.
we're just hanging out in Yellow. I was looking at.
It's okay, I'll refill it from your keg. We're good.
Whose ship was the Starfarer? Is that Preacher's or is that
Pause.
Pause? Pause. When did you get the fuel ship?
So
that thing's cool.
There's like a whole story behind that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that one's cool as heck. I appreciate you landing it there, Pause, because I got to go and like run through the thing. Let alone that, didn't it bounce and kill him? Like when it dropped the door or
I feel
something?
like it did. Like the landing gear
Like,
decided not to
open
land.
and like
yeah.
Sometimes physics is such that when you open certain things, if they're not settled, the ship can move, and when you're under it, not a good thing. Because he's had that happen with the Reclaimer as well.
Why does this hurt so fucking bad?
It's not pain anymore. It's just like
You
it's,
don't look okay though.
for a while there. I was like, I get like I've reached my limit.
Oh, it's the
That's it.
Avenger. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
so this is Beeb standing on top of his Avenger because that's how he was posing. And then me just showing. And then this is running in out of the cold.
Hey, that's me.
As we were hanging out, and we're going to have our team meeting before the race.
See how
So that's through a window, by the way. The
So
game
no,
doesn't look like
No,
that.
this is inside initially.
Oh,
I know you could barely see me because my good
Oh,
camouflage.
maybe
armor.
that was through the window. That might have been when I was peeking in.
yeah. I think
Yeah,
that's
it
what you're
was.
peeking because it looks like a window. It looks
Yeah, I
frosted.
think I jumped from the outside to look through the window at you guys, not
That's
being a
why you
creeper
have
at all.
the droplets in your visor, because you're outside.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're
right.
outside
That's
getting rained
outside.
on.
But here's once I got the first vehicle out spawned because I was like, me got it, and I wanted to practice because I wanted to win. So I was running around, watching everyone spawn, taking again screenshots. These were the rides that we were running in,
Oh, it was phenomenal.
and then next to the
we
one
doing
that
more?
everybody
What are we
had there
doing?
first, do a different
come
do a
on,
different
okay.
flavor,
We'll do the
so
weak
you don't
shit.
kill yourself.
Let's start at the OG.
No, I'm gonna be sick if I ever do that. Like I was like, I'm a bit worried for a second. I'm okay now. I'm
We'll do
okay.
The original, the basic.
Alright,
Oh
well,
gosh,
let's
you
get
guys
back
are
to
so
substance.
funny. So in this one, I parked it next to the tiny golf cart, which admittedly, Unit and others were running around trying to kill people in when we were saying, please don't kill anyone because they may not spawn
I
here.
wasn't trying to kill people, but if they got in front of me,
Yes, I was hanging out, and all of a sudden this thing comes out of nowhere in the fog, like running people over.
I'm in the fog. I don't know. I don't see you either. You weren't wearing your high vis.
This is when I think, Campo, you and I decided to touch
Yep,
tips.
yeah, we're touching tips here. That's pretty nice.
It's amazing how often this seems to happen in the game,
And with
regardless
us.
of the
It's an emotional
vehicle.
moment. Yeah.
Because I think I saw this happen on the PTU with the Carracks.
Yes.
Some people were touching tips with the Carracks when they came out on the public test universe side. Eventually, we got everyone spawned in. And we actually got like a line together.
You say eventually. This is almost 4 hours of cat herding to get this line of cars.
Oh man, it was tough. This is our first lineup where. Oh no, this is actually the 890's back there. This is past when we were actually getting ready to race.
No, that's the early one because the red one didn't race. The red one.
No, but this is when we're still lining up, but the 890's in the back there.
Yeah.
So this wasn't when we first got everyone to the meeting. This was now let's line up for the start line. So we took shots there. There is video of all this, and yes, you have to skip ahead like 2 hours to get to the race.
Yeah.
But as we finally go, it's funny. So this is how long it took. It's night.
Yeah. Very night. And it was also daytime when we landed there, by the way.
Yeah, it was daytime we got there. Nighttime when we finally got lined up for the race. And now it's like full dark, and you see us just getting fully like lined up and looking at each other and such. And then finally we get like here, the 890 hasn't left yet or is getting ready to head to the end line.
He's getting ready to leave right now.
Kyle the kid is sitting here to be the girl to drop the bra to say it's starting to go. I just say, just do like a lighter one. Do like just the regular Scotch.
I've got shivers and I feel cold. I don't know what's going on. I'm having some sort of like.
Let's do this one.
Let's do it.
No, man.
I'm with a Widowmaker.
No, man. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it.
America.
If you're okay, that's great. But
I'm not sure that I am.
Limit.
No, I don't think I'm okay.
No.
I've got like cold shivers. I don't know what's going on.
Pause is asking you to do one for him.
I don't want to.
Pause. This is for you.
Okay, here's where the sun is coming up. The 890, which is going to be the halfway point, is going around.
That's fine.
He's been gone.
He's been missing out on the Widowmaker this whole
and
time.
this is for pause.
We get so lined up, the sun was coming up in our eyes as we're getting ready to go on the race.
Oh man, that's terrible.
The 890's taking off.
I think I'm sympathy sweating.
Into the distance to set us up. There you can see some of the other big ships. You see Campo's ship off in the distance in the back there.
The Andromeda, and that's the Starfarer.
And the Starfarer there. And then all of our little ships are like scattered throughout, which we'll get to as well. I don't know. Did I get screenshots or just video of that one? I'll have to see. Finally. Oh, yeah. The storm came in again because we went through that cycle multiple times. And then we're like, are we ready? Are we ready to do this race? And so we got ready. And then as soon as, and then he took off and the race occurred. There's a video of it. I won't get in that. We'll get back to it. It was a heck of a good time.
If I didn't screw my power up,
so,
I didn't even start at the beginning. I was right behind you.
No, so it was funny because we all take off and you had to go from third person, which is easiest to see and drive, to interior to see like where the ship is that you're going to so your heads up display comes.
Yep.
And then kind of back and forth as well as not running into everyone. And somebody pitted you in front of me, so I ran into you.
Yeah, that lost me the race.
And I was just like, what the heck? I watched Pause. Pause had a rough time of it.
Yeah, well, I think not flipping one of these is also a
Well,
chore.
the whole part is you can't stop.
Yeah.
Because these things, when they break, they just stop. And you go,
those brakes are
and
proper.
fall over.
Yeah.
It is bad. And then we did have, because Kyle the Kid was also on flip over duty. So in the Avenger, or whatever he was flying in B's Avenger, he would come, if somebody flipped over, he would fly the ship into them to try to knock them back onto their wheels.
Yeah.
Which he did do. He tried to do, was it 4 paws and then screwed up someone else? Like almost right under the 890, which is already by itself funny.
Yeah, the 890 is just it's a building of a ship.
Well, so when we get to that too, because it's a yacht, right? So we finished the whole thing. It was a blast. Thank you again, Blues, for hosting it. We need to do more. We're gonna have like our own little racing league at some point with these because there's like all these other places we can go. It's funny how something as silly as this and simple as this could be so much fun, and it really was. Like how you guys
was the Widowmaker?
No.
I think he wants the Widowmaker.
Everyone who knows me knows how talkative I normally am, so being silent.
Dude, you've only tried the weak sauce. You should try the Widowmaker.
They had multiple.
No, I did the whole thing.
But no, they've been doing like 4 or 5 Widowmakers through this.
You made one board, man. It's happening.
So after the event,
that's yours.
Kyle the Kid also was kind enough. Now, admittedly, Unit 01, hands up.
Yep.
I was like 4th. I thought I was going to be 3rd too. I was like, man, I was like 4th.
I crashed down the mountain. Yeah, I had to.
Oh, it was great. Yeah. So afterwards, we took the 890 back because now it was like a celebratory. He's got this sexy, luxury,
yacht,
beautiful yacht,
space yacht.
Yes, and then I came up, and what's nice is he's like, "Hey, you got your 300, right? Bring it over," because it matches up beautifully with it. And so I went down and landed on it and put it away on the ship, which is so nice. And then afterwards,
What's
we
crazy
met
is
up.
the ship fits in the ship.
Yeah, it's designed
That's
for
And it's
it.
cool,
designed
by the way.
for it.
It's
yeah.
got this deck that opens
Yeah.
at the top, lands on it, goes under,
Yeah.
parked in there. Beautiful.
So, what I said earlier about the scale of this game, that's kind of the stuff that like fascinates me. The fact that you can do, like, okay, I've been reading a lot of sci-fi recently, Ian M. Banks, right? And it's all about these massive ships and orbitals and stuff. And this just feels.
Well, and these aren't the biggest ships. These aren't the capital ships.
No.
Whoa.
They still got carriers
How
coming
many
out.
thousands of
and-
dollars do they cost?
I don't even want to know.
No, they do.
Oh, yeah.
Skittles bought one.
We don't talk about the cost of the game, thank you.
No,
You
yeah.
only need to buy the base ship to get into
If
Star
you gotta
Citizen,
ask, you can't afford
which
it.
is like $55 to $65. That's all
My
you
80
have to
grand
pay.
isn't enough for the base game.
No, the base model's $45 to get into
Something
the
like
game.
that. Just to get into the
play.
game,
Yeah.
get a ship, you're
Right,
fine.
you upgrade your laptop, I'll buy you in.
For some of the people we know who maybe are concierge, which means you've spent at least $1,000 real money in the game, let alone those who are, ambassadors? I think
Some folks
Kyle
are like
or someone saying they were getting to.
Admirals or some shit.
Which I don't know what that costs to get into.
I don't
but
have that kind of money.
Good am.
Yeah.
But thank you, because you guys are amazing. Your ships are like awesome. Okay, so Preacher's saying that 890 is the smallest ship that is considered a capital ship.
Oh, that's a small ship.
But it's a small capital.
I can't find a bathroom in that thing.
There's several.
Like,
well,
there's a lot.
There's the luxury suites.
there's a full fucking bar in this.
There's 4 luxury suites that each have their own bathrooms.
No. Let's take a step. There's a steam room, a sauna, a bar, multiple master suites, all with like ocean views. Like,
Olympic
it's
size swimming
everything
pool.
in this thing.
Well, not Olympic size, but it's a big swimming pool.
It's fucking huge.
But there's no bathroom.
Oh, I'm
There's
sure there is
multiple.
I know
right.
every single
I just
one of
can't
these
find it.
suites
has
has a
its
bathroom.
own. It has
All
its own
right,
shower
okay.
bathroom, nice
I
ones.
think I had to go in the steam room or something.
And the
Okay.
captain's like quarters at the top back is just elegant and
Let's
massive.
be clear. If we had like a party of 50 and we're partying on this lot, no
You
one
can.
would bump into shoulders. It'd be great.
Yeah, because
Wow. Okay,
Seriously,
that's
no, it's-
insane.
Like
Well-
like IRL. Like this would be dope.
okay, Preacher just said there's like 12 bathrooms.
What?
Yeah, that's cool. I can't wait to take space.
The
dumps in it.
the bar seats like 20 people, and behind the
Oh,
bar
there
is a
we go.
conference room that seats 10.
So this is the conference
So we're
room
starting
where we
to gather,
met up
folks.
after
Yeah.
the meet so that
that's
we
the
could all
conference room.
have a
Forget
meet.
shit. It's just a conference room. That's all it is.
Minus our 2 strippers that decided to show
Well,
up.
I was at the bar.
Yeah, you were hanging at the bar.
Yeah.
while we
Yeah,
all met.
why are some people wearing helmets
I-
and nothing else?
Well, you got to be able to breathe.
So
Oh,
wait,
yeah,
was
yeah,
it
makes
Fallon
sense.
that took his helmet off?
Yeah,
and walked outside.
he lived-
Oh no, he left the helmet on. Had everything else. Was
No, that
just
was
like
Unit.
That. Was it Unit?
That was
just like
Unit.
that?
Died of exposure?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Died of
okay.
exposure walking
Yeah,
outside.
he walked
It's like, why did I
outside
die? I had
in
my helmet
space.
on.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, but your
dude,
tits are
you're
out.
naked.
Yeah.
It's cold out.
It's a moon as well.
Oh, so that was our adventures there. Afterwards, we came through. Thank you, JK, for jumping in and following with us. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
But like, this is me walking away because I need to play more Rockman.
Yeah.
But Pa's bringing out the reclaimer and everything.
Also
and
a
people
building of a
hanging out,
ship.
and just the normal tomfoolery that happens amongst all of this.
Yes.
And that was kind of how things ended up with that. Like I said, there are videos, so feel free to go check out some of the videos of all that was happening as well, because it was just shenanigans and fun and wonderfulness. Really had a great time of it. I mean, it was just we
Yeah.
were chuckling like schoolgirls.
Dude,
I don't know.
this game is frustratingly fun. Because the bugs, I mean, we all go broke on regular occasions. Because like I just filled my ship with all of this supplies or whatever it is. I spent all my money. I'm gonna go make 30% profit on this. And then it's gone, blink of an eye.
30,000 air.
Done.
Oh,
Done.
the server
Like,
just ended and dropped us
like,
all.
well, I guess I'm starting back
I
in
was
the-
I was about to land.
Yeah. I guess I'm starting back at ground zero. All right.
We've had so many things. But it is such a fun experience
so
throughout
bad. I
it
did it
that
yesterday.
it's fine. It's worth the silliness of the alpha. It is still such a good time.
Want to split it?
Dude,
Let's split it.
Just one eat it. One person eat it and then make out.
I'll have you know that's my first F-bomb on the show. Intentionally. And I'm using it for that. That's 428 shows or something.
Yeah,
and
that's
I've
what
never
we're-
dropped an F-bomb intentionally till now. Just
Yeah.
to tell you.
You're welcome.
Oh, it's so good.
Hold on. You realize how long he's been charging that ultimate? Like,
I was like,
he's been charging it for years to use
That's like
it.
a
Right,
decade. That was
you.
a decade coming.
If you don't feel special, fuck you. I use that daily, so it's not as spectacular, but I feel the same.
So admittedly,
Dude, I won't give you $5 if you
normally the show is one that we try
No.
not to, but
I
this
don't
one's
care.
fueled
You could give me $100 on
by
it.
hot sauce.
Hot sauce and beer.
Yes, it happens. We know this on Gamefest.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
here we go. I don't want to, but I'm not going to pour it. I'm not go to waste.
Like mentally, I felt fine, but physically, I was like, I'm getting sick. Like I was like, I think I might actually like be ill if I continue.
I'm telling you,
you got something on your finger, man. That was sensual. That was sensual.
I got $100. You put it on your ass.
I gotta look away. I gotta look away there.
Okay, so after all the shenanigans for that, and most of these guys stayed down there and kept playing Star Citizen a bunch. I came back up.
We didn't even die till what?
Well, so there was other things that happened I missed. Campo got everyone together to do one other big goal of his. I started it with this, but I lost because couldn't find the mission when I was still there, and I was like, no, I got to run.
We didn't even find the mission. We accidentally found it.
No, we just
we completely happenstance. Like, oh, that's a pirate.
All this stemmed forth from back in the day. One of the first things we heard about is those 890s. I can't forward one, but there's a mission where you can go get one, and apparently, if you clear it fast enough,
no, it's not the 890 you get. You get the other one.
What? Did you get to fly?
Well, he's talking about the mission, the 890 mission.
When you go clear the
890, yeah.
Then what do you get to fly?
No. There's the one you captured, which is separate.
Well, no, that's separate.
Okay,
got
it.
But I'm saying that was one of the first things. We knew that was a thing.
You need more hot sauce.
Yeah,
you're not thinking straight. You need to be waking up more.
Yeah.
But then
give me some booze. We'll be all right.
Then Campo was sitting there saying, but you know what? There's this Hammerhead ship that's a pirate ship that I've run into before. Can you take it over? I bet you could. So we did some research.
My ears just popped.
Without looking. And he was like, people say you can get it. They say you can steal the ship. So he did research. And he was like, I think I know how. We just got to find it. I've read up all about it. Let's see if we can find this Hammerhead. Because it's a ship that I think a few people own, the Hammerhead, or have had access to. But Campo's like, I want to get me a Hammerhead. I want to go fly it. And so they apparently came upon it because we were upstairs playing Rock Band and doing stuff here that we'll get into, where all of a sudden he came up and was like, we got it. It's like, what? We got it. And so go downstairs, and sure enough, I get to walk into seeing multiple screens because the whole team's there in quantum space of this Hammerhead flying along with somebody's, was it freelancer or something under it?
It was stuck to it.
Oh, stuck to it?
Yeah.
That was mine.
What?
Yeah.
Stuck to it.
My freelancer got stuck.
What?
It's Alpha.
Right, Alpha.
Yeah, Alpha.
And doing things that maybe aren't exactly because you couldn't kill the guys that were in the turrets.
No, you could be.
We couldn't get to them.
Couldn't get to them.
So we just left them there.
Yeah, so, and it's funny because I did see shots of you guys flying in the Hammerhead with, like, dead bodies in front of you because they wouldn't despawn after you'd kill them all.
Well, I don't know why you did that. Like, you were solo,
What's wrong with you?
Nobody peer pressured you into that.
He did himself.
Fucking America.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. For everyone else that suffers Campo's influence for drinking and things during these parties, you just witnessed Campo suffering Campo's influence.
Yeah, he's like...
Let's just take a step back.
Peer pressured himself.
It's always a good thing. Everyone's better off.
That's it. It's all about
Except
fun.
Beebs.
So how we ended up doing this, we it was Paz, Cody, Beebs. Who the fuck else was there?
Unit was there.
Das goes there.
Unit. I think there was 4 of us, right? Mm-hmm. We just started accepting bounty mission after bounty mission after bounty mission. Like, I think. Oh, that's the easy one.
Yo, give me some of that. Because I want that. I like.
But we kept accepting all these bounty missions, hoping one of them would be the Hammerhead. They weren't. None of them were. They were all just really easy, like piece of shit missions. Like we're whatever. Then I forget who initially saw it. I don't know if I forget. It doesn't matter. We're like, there it is. We got it. We found it. And then it murdered all of us.
No, did it?
So then we're like, okay, we need to be a little more sneaky. This full frontal approach ain't working.
It does have very big guns.
It wrecked us, all of us. So then, oh man, it's hot. So then
it's worse when you talk.
I love this theme that we have. Like we're just talking about our stuff, and then we're like, okay, I'm back.
All right, so then we all went back to the port, Alsalar, took off. Now we knew where it was.
Okay.
So then I parked my ship about 3,000 meters away from it and EVA'd to it. Like I floated through space to it.
I like how far you said? 3,000?
3,000 meters.
Okay, so you're 3 kilometers away, and you're like, that's a bit of a flight.
It took a minute.
In your ship. I mean, when you're not in your ship, I mean.
Yeah. So then we got up to it, and the doors were unlocked. The pirates are very bad at security. So I just opened the door, got in, killed the pilot, co-pilot, killed one guy in a turret that I was able to get to. And then the rest of the crew showed up. Paz and everyone else showed up. And we started quantuming back to port. And we were going to get into some shenanigans. We had plans.
I knew you wanted to see what you could do with it.
I was like, I want to get the highest crime stat. Like, I want to Grand Theft Auto this. I want everyone to come after us. Yeah, that's shit's hot.
Just having a moment of insanity here.
But-
yeah.
but-
That one's tasty though.
I like this.
That'll be
one.
3,000.
Or the other night.
30,000 there
Yeah,
at the worst time every time, right?
yeah.
Also,
Just
like,
about to land it. Well, not quite land, but harass things at port, and then the server reset. And we're like, damn it! And we haven't seen it.
Error.
Yeah, we haven't seen it since.
But even with that, right, there was success.
Yeah, we got it. But I wanted to race out. What I wanted was for all of us to get the highest crime stats, so there's bounties out on us. And then other players would try to come collect the bounty.
And we see you with this massive ship.
And then it'd be too late by the time they notice what we were in. Because by the time they can lock onto us, they're in our firing range.
Yeah, you're close enough.
Yeah, you're close enough for 8 turrets, and I don't even know how many missiles that
And
thing
if all
holds.
of you are in the ship at once, then you can control the various
Right.
turrets.
All
and-
the turrets.
All of us
Oh,
are in the
that's-
ship
that's
at
quite
once.
bad.
That's the whole point
Yeah.
of the bigger ships, is you can jump in there and everyone do stuff. It's awesome.
So the 30,000 error is a server error then?
It's a
It's
server
basically
error,
the
yeah.
server crashes.
Alright.
And it's
Yeah.
interesting because the
I don't
servers
believe you.
are Amazon Web Service servers, right? So they're just kind of like something in the instance failed.
Yeah,
Scotch Bonnet just killed Anna.
No, she had the calientes, right?
Was it?
Yeah, she's,
It's-
which is the tasty.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. What was that?
Screw you all.
Oh, so good. It is scary because admittedly there's a desire to slowly start to go back up.
Do it.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
I'm like, why, Wayne? Why are you doing this to yourself? You've seen these guys.
You forgot how bad it was 10 minutes ago.
Ish.
Yeah, that'll do
Ish.
it.
All right.
And you-
bravado.
and you can.
But
You made it
Hannah,
the first time.
Hannah, I need you for this.
Hannah.
She said,
So separate from the shenanigans that were going on downstairs, the shenanigans we had upstairs, as you guys were doing all that, as we were playing Rock Band, one thing that happened is these two introduced me to some things I ain't never seen before.
Oh yeah.
What were they called? The first one was like Ultimate Battle or something?
Ultimate.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
lean to the mic. Lean to the mic.
It'll get her. It'll get her. What?
Ultimate Showdown.
Ultimate
Oh,
Showdown.
yeah. We can do that.
Ultimate,
We can
Ultimate
do that. We can
Showdown
do
or
that live if
Ultimate
you want to.
Destiny.
So the funny part is because these two, apparently I'm just old enough that I missed some of these memes in life when all these did it. And
Old Godzilla was happening. You don't know it?
Tokyo City like a
Big
big
playground when suddenly Batman burst from the shade. Hit Godzilla with a back grenade. Godzilla got pissed and began to attack. Didn't expect to be blocked by Shaq when he proceeded to open up a can of Shaq Fu. When Eric Carter jumped out of the blue,
and he
started beating up Shaquille O'Neal. Both got flattened by the Batmobile before they could make it back to the Batcave. Abraham Lincoln.
Is this a song?
yes. So that's the thing. It's the
like-
song Ultimate Showdown.
So it's a meme from like 2004 or something.
Okay.
Like it's an old ass meme.
24 million views 11 years ago.
So it was made by a guy called Neil Cicerega, also known as a band called Lemon Demon, but it's just the one guy.
Yeah, Lemon Demon. But so they did this on, they showed this to me and I was just like, what is this chaotic mess? But they knew every word of it.
Oh yeah.
And that was the whole point is they were trying
Even
to
the
say
rap.
Even
We
the
can do
rap.
the rap.
is them saying like
took
these
me a
are
year to
songs
get
that
that
they've
rap down.
memorized everything about this thing. I've never heard of this. So there was that. Ken showed off his prowess, which he's done before with the data thing from Star Trek.
I can do it again if you want me to.
Because it's
do a
basically just this
demonstration.
massive sequence of numbers, right? And I like that. You know, Copy knows it. She's like, I haven't heard that song in a decade. Pause
it's
is
so
like,
good.
that's old as dirt.
Guys, if you haven't checked out Lemon Demon, go listen to a few of their songs. I recommend Word Disassociation, Ultimate Showdown, Pumpkin Pie is pretty good. It's a great band. It's just really, really weird. He also did, Harry Potter Puppet Pals.
So the other one I had never seen, I'd seen clips of, is the Harry Potter Puppet Pals.
Yeah.
Mysterious ticking noise.
190
aware of it?
million views,
No.
by the way.
Okay, so yeah, look at that. 190 million views. That's
That's one of the
ridiculous.
most viewed things on YouTube of all time.
And that was another one they brought up to show me that I was
Snape.
like, what?
Snape. Severus Snape. Dumbledore.
And that was the thing. The only thing I'd ever seen of it or heard of it was the like, Harry Potter, Dumbledore, Harry Potter, That's like all I had ever seen of this thing. And so they
So
showed me
it's-
this, and I was like, what is this ridiculousness?
So if anybody's interested, Neil Cicerega, the guy who made these things, he actually did a TEDx talk last year, and it was really interesting. Basically, he was homeschooled, but was like super into music and doing his own thing, and he ended up just like playing with his keyboard constantly and doing weird stuff. And he just became like back then. The internet, like memes weren't a thing. The word meme had only just been coined.
Well, we
actually,
were talking about some of those equivalent memes that came out back then because even with the songs when we did what is that one? The song we did, the Ooga Chaga, Ooga
Chaka,
yeah, Hooked on Feeling, right?
I can't stop this feeling deep inside of me.
Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga.
Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me.
Yeah, so
that was
one.
good, by the way.
Right? So
Very good, yeah.
but we were talking about some of these older movies because for me that was the little like AVI or whatever that came out that was the dancing baby in the diapers that went with that song. It was like the old memes that you shared via like IRC and stuff like that. And before
QuakeNet, man.
Yeah,
I miss those days.
Dude, QuakeNet.
I miss QuakeNet.
Oh man, we were there. QuakeNet.IRC.
Yeah. I've been there in the 90s.
That was some stuff. So we were talking about some of those, and apparently these ones are almost as old, kind of thing. So those first before YouTube was the big thing.
You're too young for that. You're older than me.
You're older than this. Yeah, I was gonna say, come on. But they
You
did
know, in
share
IRC
with
back
me. They shared with me some of these old videos. I was like, I had never seen this before. Like just that clip, I was like, this is madness. But they were reminiscing. Woo! Ooh. Burps.
You should have some Widowmaker. That helps with that, I feel.
Yeah.
It makes you not worry about burping.
So the fire just comes straight out.
Yeah.
You're not worried. You're fucking terrified.
So playing Rock Band as well, and this is probably the challenge. This was late enough because man, we were way past midnight at this point.
Oh, it was. Yeah.
I gotta be honest. This Gamefest
It's about 3 o'clock.
has been the
4.
latest,
No, we
the
played
latest
at
one in
4.
a long time for all of
I
us.
know.
Oh yeah, no, we stayed
Well, I
up.
went to bed
Yeah.
at 5, so it was like
Yeah,
5.
because we got to bed at like 6 type thing.
So I remember
So-
like playing on my phone in bed and be like, oh my god, it's 5 a.m. Why am I playing on my phone? I need to go to bed. I'm doing the show in like 5 hours. What the fuck am I doing?
That happened to me last night playing Star Citizen. I was like, what is it, like 10? It's like, it's fucking 3 a.m.
Yep, we're still playing.
Yeah, still
In
playing.
fact, yeah.
No, it was all going. This is
Yeah.
it was a great. It's
Were
been
they
a
still
great
playing
game fest.
Factorio that time?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
started,
You're
we
upstairs.
started
Yeah.
the challenge at like 3 a.m. now.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was
Victoria
like-
didn't die till 4.
So anyhow, we also started just nostalgizing, going through because I hadn't really. I was like, Ken was kind of like, oh man, we got my guitar out. He was playing some actual guitar with some of the songs,
it was
stuff
good
like
fun.
that. He's like, no, I need some songs I really know. And so we started looking through. Well, it's Rock Band. What can you buy? I don't know, some 4, 5, 7,000 songs on there. I don't know what they have. Lots. But so we started going through, and I saw a bunch of stuff I'd not purchased before, but we just started talking about, oh, that band. Listen to it. So some maybe $100 later, buying new songs for Rock Band, we had some more to play.
Yeah.
And such as I got in there. And it's funny because I looked at my email, it's like all the purchases from Microsoft Store. It's like, yep. Yep. Well, good. I won't worry about that yet.
Drunk Wayne can't be trusted.
It was, well, so it's like, it was more because we were really feeling the music and like, oh.
We're having a great. We were just looking through all these, like, oh my god, I remember that song.
Well, and
or-
there was some that I was like, why don't I have this? Because a lot of them were the ones, because it's all harmonics that I used to sing in old Karaoke Revolution. Because what was the fast one? It's been one.
Oh, yeah, 1 week.
One
My
week.
bare
It's
naked
been
ladies.
1 week. Yeah, that one. Oh my god. Yeah, because the only part we always know is like chicken to Chinese, chicken.
You did
Have
great.
drumstick.
You did
You
do
guys
awesome with that, by the way.
Oh well, I was in a moment where I was almost able to keep up with the reading.
What was the rap one you did last night that was really impressive? Was it Gorillas?
I might,
Oh,
the
yeah,
Gorillas,
Feel
I did
Good,
all right.
I think.
I did all right.
That
on
was
Feel Good.
solid.
That's the one he threw me off of because I didn't know.
Yeah, because she was doing
Oh, I
terrible. I
remember
was
that.
mad.
Honey!
You go on drums and going,
Honey!
Yeah, I was
Let's
mad.
do this
Yeah,
one.
but everything was honey.
Oh gosh.
That was funny as well.
Yeah, no, it's so good.
So we decided to start doing a challenge. We didn't really decide; it just sort of happened, I guess.
Well, so I had
is this
like
the shots?
left. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason
So-
the shot starts.
I walked in on that.
Yeah,
It was great.
You
took
did.
part. Yeah,
You
yeah,
did.
yeah.
The end of it though.
you missed this one. It was
I
good.
mean, we sprinted. I missed the front of that.
so we were working up because Ken jumps on guitar and is just like expert guitar. Boom! I don't care. I'm going. Like, well, crap. I guess I have to start playing some expert. I'm on pro drums, going like medium normally, then start going to hard. Like, all right. No, I'm starting to.
Drums will kick your ass.
Yeah, right. And we kept like, I always say keep the mic on expert because it just lets you know if you're going to do close or not, right? It's mics, come on. But so we started going through. At some point, when I was out of the room and walked back in, these two are playing Dragon Force. Which song is it? It's
Through the fire and the flames, man.
Yeah.
How could you forget? You sang it
'cause
like six times
I
last night.
just know it's Dragon Force. I never think what the
I
name
woke
of the song
up with
is.
it in my brain this morning.
Yeah, I woke up with Slipknot.
Copy, you suck.
Let's do
She's
it.
like 1 week is easy
Do it
mode.
again today.
Done.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
But then
I'm so screwed this morning.
yeah. So they're doing Dragon Force. Come in and we're like, and And I was like, what are you guys doing? And they're playing at various levels. And I was like, well, you can only play Dragon Force on Expert.
Yeah, it's not allowed otherwise.
Right?
You actually can't choose easy, medium, and hard. It actually isn't allowed.
Yeah. So basically,
I mean, you get kicked in the face.
We went back.
Yeah, yeah.
We went back. And we made a challenge where it's like, well, let's play each of the instruments, singing, lead guitar, and drums
So,
on Expert.
What did we do first? I think I was singing first.
So I started on drums.
Yeah.
I started
Oh no,
on drums.
you start. Did you start on drums?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, you started
guitar
drums.
first.
I started guitar. You
The
started
last one I
singing.
did was bass.
And basically, what we did,
Accidental bass.
Sure.
accidentally, bass
Sure,
guitar
I
versus
couldn't see
lead.
the screen, so screw you.
I mean,
You only had one drink by that point.
No.
That was drink number.
She couldn't
2.
stand at that point. I remember
Okay.
this.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did it
Yeah,
on
no.
the floor.
yeah, no
Oh, I
shots.
didn't remember that.
Yeah,
I was like, get up.
yeah.
Yeah, shots and her were like done.
I don't know how many drinks it did to get there, but she couldn't stand. So I really don't care the number of drinks.
Yeah. One shot might be enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Mission was accomplished.
So we started playing through, and we each did a round, basically rotating on Expert Dragon Force. And holy cow! I mean,
man.
you see videos of people who are like, "You got to be pro, right?"
Oh yeah.
And I was at a good point because I was starting to get drumming, feeling pretty good. But man, was that rough! And it was bad because we were like, "Okay, that was just crazy." Afterwards, the guitar, I was just like, "That was dumb."
Well, do you remember the one time I was playing drums for Dragon Force, and we paused halfway through because somebody needed to change their instrument or something, and I was like, right, give me a second, I need to like take off my clothes.
Take your
'cause
jumper
it's so
off and
hot.
stuff, 'cause it was
I was like,
Yeah, and the problem there is like the kick on that. If you, I don't have two
impossible.
pedals,
yeah, you need either
and
what's
so
it
you
called?
can't double kick.
Oh,
Double
yeah,
kick.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
The-
because
where-
it has it where it's like.
Well, I think Dragon Force have a triple kick, like where they go.
It's just something where you need at least two pedals. You need it, and so we were left just wailing on the thing. But we did essentially 4 rounds because you guys had done the one where it was just you did it. Then we did 4 challenge rounds. We each did an instrument, and between each round we took a shot.
Oh,
and,
man.
and we each got to choose the shot that we all did.
So the first shot was 43, right, with Gatorade?
Yeah, 4-3 with some Mountain Dew because
Oh, yeah.
43 is an amazing liqueur from it's Spanish. It's wonderful.
Then I got to choose the shot.
Now, granted, I did do it like a shot with a little bit
Yeah.
because 43 is so smooth.
And then I hid from you guys because I knew you would say no if I didn't hide it, and I put tequila in with a little bit of.
You were
Mountain Dew.
evil.
It was
Oh,
great.
I do not like
Well, you
tequila,
came in the second tequila shot, I think.
let alone
Well, yeah,
shots of tequila.
tequila.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Impression.
they did tequila, so that shot sucked. And
then
then we
one-
did another version that
Did
wasn't.
it? No.
do we all
It
do-
was the whipped cream and
might die, man.
and the 43.
So 43, yeah, it was 43 with just the whipped cream vodka, and that was actually
That
surprisingly
was
smooth.
really good.
Yeah, that was actually just sweet. Yeah.
The problem is we did each of these shots only one song apart,
Yeah. Well, that's fair. The song's like 3 hours long, so
but it went
it is.
it went fast enough that I was just like, oh my gosh, this hurts. And I felt it because there was one part where I was like, I need to use the washroom. Went in there and I had to make the decision about what end of me was going to the toilet.
Yeah. When you came out there, you were like, "I'm okay."
I mean,
I'm okay, let's do this.
thankfully, only what I intended came out.
Of both ends.
No. But so that hit, but that was a fun challenge. I actually do have some video. Parts of it.
Yeah, we did that. Huh?
I like that the more shots we did, the more everybody started singing together as well. Like at the start, it was just the singer.
Well,
but then
and-
later on, we were like, "Through the fire and the flames."
And I will say, one of the best epic parts of this whole thing was that Ken, who self-proclaimed says, as a Scotsman, he's not allowed to do karaoke or sing in public at all.
Right, so British culture is that if you are, I don't know, if you do anything kind of out of the ordinary, like through your primary or high school or whatever, you kind of get mocked, right? If you're not sticking to the norm, it's like, there's a big culture of bullying in the UK. It's pretty bad. And I've got like innate within me where dancing or singing is
Mockable.
reviled. Yeah, like you will be mocked. And it's to the point where I don't need an external influence to tell me that I'm an idiot and look like a moron and sing like crap. I'll do it myself, right? And it's really sad because it means that when there's karaoke on, like you remember when we were in Florida, right? It's the same thing, like karaoke on,
yeah.
and I was just like going into a self-conscious corner, like I can't do this.
I mean, like when we were on stage in Disney World's thing at the full live band behind us karaoke.
Sounds awesome.
And your
That was
wife,
fun, man.
your wife was
Yeah.
like,
Oh, she's amazing. She is the opposite of me in that regard because she can stand up and dance and sing like a pro. Like I love my wife for that. She's amazing for that. But last night, I was like, okay, I can maybe do Slipknot because, you know, I know the song quite
No,
well.
you started earlier than that because we started pulling in the songs that we had looked at.
What was the first one I did? It was
Oh,
something-
man, you got...
It was one
Well, we
I
did
wasn't
Rammstein
familiar
at some point. That was
Oh,
the
it was
thing.
Rammstein.
Rammstein was the first
Hast,
because
yeah.
that like popped the cherry. Because after that, Ken was surprisingly amicable to sing.
Well, I can
You
sing.
sang
I can
no-
sing
you
where
sang-
there's very little in the way of tone.
You
right?
sang "No Doubt" with me,
Did I?
just
I
a
don't remember
girl.
I got to see that. It was
You-
nice.
Oh, yeah, I did. I remember that.
You sang
yeah.
"Just a Girl."
I'm just a girl.
See,
I remember that.
Yeah, it was fun.
Ken
I
was
was wasted,
getting
but I
into
do
it.
remember that.
Ken was
I
getting
was
into
having a
it.
good time.
And what were the songs towards the end where Ken like
It
killed
was
it?
Duality, Slipknot.
Yeah. Okay, because all of a sudden Ken sounded like, oh snap, this is the kind of music you need to sing.
No, that's what I'm saying. We're going to do it again today.
Because
We're
your
gonna do it again.
your voice got full and was like
Yeah.
that deep, like.
Well, it's gonna
I
I
was like,
came in and I was like leaning on the other mic stand, like I don't even know what the screen says, and I was just like, yeah.
oh no,
That was good fun.
I was surprised because you kept going from like this little meek where it wasn't picking you up. Your first song was like, it barely even registered. I was like, yes, because you're singing in here, and then also it started to come out. And by that point, be it the alcohol, the singing, in
Yeah,
general,
the alcohol helped. That was a big.
Really?
that was a big bonus.
your voice came out strong, and I was kind of like, brah.
No, I appreciate
like,
it, guys, because like I said, I'm super self-conscious by singing. So
No,
you
it
know.
was so good. It was so good. I was impressed. I kept looking over like,
I'm
who
sorry,
is
cut off.
this? And I will say,
I'm sure that tasted
I
great.
did take a video that I'll have to share with Lexi because at one point, I'm trying to drum. I was trying to be a little slick about it because I was still playing on like hard pro drums, but Ken starting to sing. I was like, he's singing. So I grabbed my phone out while I'm drumming.
Oh, I saw
that.
you do. I saw you do it.
and
yeah,
I hit record. It's funny because
And you're
it was
like,
repetitive enough. I put both sticks in one hand.
Oh, yeah, you're doing well.
And I was
Yeah,
like
yeah, you're
drumming
like-
here and hitting the cymbal there, and I was actually playing really well.
Yeah, you did well. I
So
think you
Ken's
like
like, no, I gotta get this.
If Def Leppard can do it, you can do it.
Dude, it came to mind. I was like, I haven't really thought about their drum songs, but does he just play the one, or does he use more than one stick ever? I never really looked at their drummer to think how he did it with one arm. And so I was just like, huh. But anyhow, it was funny because I was like, I gotta get this. If Ken's saying he isn't, but by the end of the night, Ken was just.
Oh yeah, I was
killing
having a good time. And
Wailing, yeah.
I realized there was a welcoming atmosphere, and yeah, I was drunk enough to not give a shit.
I mean,
so.
if Gamefest is anything other than a welcoming atmosphere.
it. Well, and that's what we
Right.
basically said. We said, if there's ever a chance for you to break that shell and enjoy it amongst a friendly environment with people who enjoy you, Gamefest is the place to do it.
yeah, I mean, like you guys aren't here to listen to me sing in a masterful style. We're here to have fun, right?
Yes.
So, yeah,
And
yeah.
I would hopefully say, as it is time for us to basically end the show, did
Yeah.
you all have fun?
Oh my god, is it 2
Yup.
o'clock already?
Yeah.
I'm happy to
Yes.
go over if you are. I'm having a good time.
Well, I'm saying if there's more you want to say, or if you want to get in there and start playing games again.
Oh, that's true as well.
Game Fest is always fun, and as always, thanks for hosting.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
wait,
yeah.
I love this aspect.
dude, this
of
has
it.
been an amazing.
People
weekend.
wonder. You see, like when I get started and this and that, and people are like, "Dude," I was like, "I got this." It's not my. I don't know how many
my first
rodeos-
rodeo. Yeah,
not,
yeah.
We shared stories of kind of some of the high chaos that we've had. here
Oh,
in the
that was
past.
so funny. I love hearing these stories. man. I wish they were
it's been a
suitable for
good
air.
No, they've heard,
bet I
people have
don't.
heard. People have heard it. People have heard like the shady stuff. People have heard like, people dancing on my table stuff. And, like this is not new news.
People
Like,
nearly getting thrown out in the front step.
oh, there's
Yep.
been several people have almost not touched the step on the way down, thanks
Yeah.
to me wanting to eject them from my house.
Yeah.
And so it's been quite a bit.
And I gotta say, it's great hanging out with a bunch of mature people who like.
Wait, what? Where?
What?
There's
Who?
no-
Which
Okay.
Game Fest were you at?
I wasn't at that one.
There's
I think I
no
missed that
drama.
Yeah.
There's no
Oh no!
drama.
So here's the
you
thing:
know?
we are all friends. We're here for the same thing.
That's great. I love that. I mean, there's not people like I don't know, just talking shit or.
Nah,
or,
we've
Oh, you
gotten.
weren't in our Discord channel.
you were talking to me, I guess.
Well, hey, this again. I said at the beginning of the
See
show,
that
but I'll
Kim
give credit.
second last night? What?
Probably one of the things that has limited the angst during gaming of everything is having better internet.
Yeah.
Right.
Not once did I hear anybody get a disconnect, hiccup, or anything.
Although
or not once where we said, "Who's
So,
downloading?"
yeah, no, I will say compared to a couple years ago, like I opened up my downloads because I just reinstalled
Dude, I've
Windows
got-
and I went ham.
I've
and
got
no one
gig.
cared.
I've got gig, and nobody like someone's like, "Oh no, I just downloaded that 20 gig thing."
It used to be a problem.
But I
Not
just
anymore.
this is the first Game Fest I've had since I changed over my internet from the meekly, business class to the full-on residential. And it's worked. It's been great. And while people are gaming downstairs, I've been streaming the show, not a hiccup.
Yep.
And so I'm actually happy for that. Not for the cost of the other crap you guys do for that company, but I give credit that it did this. So It's
we
been
were
awesome.
pushing it. We had multiple people doing like 50 megs a second.
Well, and everybody
downloads
that
and
was
patches at the
streaming
same
and
time.
Oh
doing
yeah,
stuff
we're
and-
uploading as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
There's both directions.
Oh, it's been
I
so
was
good.
playing solitaire.
Hogging the internet, man. Come
I
on,
know,
what are you
man,
doing?
I know.
But yeah,
All on my
so
phone too.
it's been a good time, and I really appreciate you all coming out. Ken, absolute like anyone who heard me heading up to this weekend, anytime I mentioned it, I brought up, oh, and my co-host is going to be here.
Dude, I've been so excited for this weekend for weeks, and I couldn't believe it's really happening. And even though I'm here, I'm still like, it's going to be over before I know it. And it's so sad, you know?
It's over now,
Gamefest
really,
is
I
like
mean,
4 days long, and it's just like, that.
Well, so there is this thing called an Epic Game Fest.
It's super mega epic. OMG.
Oh my god.
Are you effing kidding me? This is really happening.
This is the one the
I was
wives
there. That
hate.
was good.
Game Festapalooza.
And you do have to take vacation for this one.
Yeah.
Because
I
we did
for
take
this one,
the
yeah.
solid week off for Gamapalooza.
This was a 9-day game fest.
well, it ended up 13 total.
was it 13 total?
Because we
days?
started on the Thursday, we went through the whole week, so the
Yeah.
7.
You must end like
and then we
fat.
went into
Oh, no,
man.
you die.
because we went through 2
Our
weekends.
livers were raisins.
Because we went through the 2 full weekends.
Yep,
Yeah.
no, we did everything. That's when we had the epic, like the
Epic-
competition where we went
We
out
went
to
to
one up.
We went to one up. We did the
everything
arcade
happened.
there.
Yeah,
we
Epic
did
Game
all
Fest.
the various tournaments. That's where the big trophy came out.
Pauses Pro Epic Game
I think
Fest.
I've got the arcade trophy from that, and then I got the one after that. I got the worst overall performance trophy.
But we brought the steering wheels out and we had you
Yep.
set up. So we did the full on race simulation.
Yeah.
I think that's where we also tested drunk driving on it.
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
no,
we did.
yeah.
We were like,
Yeah.
do shots and race.
Racing
Yeah.
simulators game for
Not
drinks.
real drunk driving. This is a game.
Yeah.
By the way, Beck says, Hannah, we should introduce you to Moss.
Okay.
Oh yeah, VR, beautiful quill.
Actually, that is a really cool
She just
game.
beat it, so she's all like excited.
Yeah, that is a really cool
I
game.
still haven't finished it because I keep bouncing.
so
VR,
pretty.
VR hurts my head.
It's the
well,
it's
this
the
one's
right
like
kind of
third
VR.
person.
Oh, so that's another thing.
Yeah.
We had at
Yeah.
one point like four Oculuses in the house.
Oh,
they
yeah,
had a
I
few
got
of
my
them
first
there.
ever shot of it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
you
was
got to
awesome.
check out. Yeah, what was your thoughts on VR?
Man, the Star Wars stuff, I'm just like, can I steal somebody's VR and just take it home with me? Because I want to play, I want to master
Well, I'm
this.
so
I
mad
wanna
because
be-
you only barely touched the VR.
I know,
You were
but-
still being hesitant, and I was like, just
No, I just feel
game.
bad because I'm like, there's only, it's not something you can share, right? There's one person,
No, you
right?
do.
So,
You do. We were streaming and watching people play,
And you play with each other.
and so because
Yeah.
Kazuyuri and Brock Sampson finally got themselves to work together. It was funny because you walk up and they're both in
Oh,
VR.
yeah,
They were like this far apart from each other. Yeah.
And it was hilarious because I was like, "This is." The
And you look
first
at the
yeah, I
TV,
felt a
they're
little
playing
dystopic.
archery.
It was a little bit dystopic seeing them there. to
Yeah,
be
it was
honest.
like
You
they
walk
were
up
in their
and they're just
own
standing
world.
there like zombies, not talking, with like VR on.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. I was like, "This is the future," but no. But you got to check out VR. You know, we were trying to get
Guys,
all these
Gamefest
things.
has been freaking amazing. I appreciate you all for being here and welcoming me, and thank you so much for hosting, Wayne. It's been
Always.
it's been amazing fun.
There's going to be many more.
Yeah,
You've
I
been a-
said,
you've
this
been a
is
great host.
literally we try to do a quarterly thing. At
Yeah.
worst, we do 3 a year.
Yeah.
And so when
I
people,
will be back.
When people
I won't
ask
be here
us,
every
like,
single
I'll,
one,
I'll
but I
do
will be
another
back.
one. And it's funny because we've had people travel and you've now joined the crew. So
It's well worth the flight.
It's
Well
definitely
worth
something
it.
to keep in mind. I mean, I don't know what if you start shopping in the future. I mean, if you can get that flight for $100,
you start
Right.
getting them early.
like even
Right.
if you can only do a day or
Well,
two of it.
and
like,
I will say,
that's-
I have coordinated with people before, like Tasty Meat and stuff, who's like honestly scheduled to last
Swallowing
like
is
4
so
or 5.
spicy.
But if you plan ahead of time, where it's like,
Why?
oh, by the
That's
way,
nuts.
it may have been about 3 months since the last Game Fest. I might have an extra day off or two in this time frame if someone was to schedule another Game Fest.
Right.
I am very much influenced by those who tell me what their schedules are.
I got to be honest, that's usually me.
I'd say
It's-
you, Brock,
Yeah.
Tasty Meats are the ones that have
Yeah.
been like, hey, so I'm gonna. Is there a weekend I
Just
should
so
like?
you know.
Yeah. So I can be influenced for things like that.
One last
So
thing.
Next week then will work just fine.
yeah, it's been 3 weeks I think since the last Game Fest.
Yeah.
One last thing. We're talking about Dragon Force before.
Yeah.
So I think the best scores we had was yourself on drums, right? You kicked ass on drums.
Somewhere I hit like 58%, I think,
Yeah.
on expert,
Yeah.
which actually felt amazing because I could get surprisingly number of the actual cymbals and drums. My kick. I mean, I was.
Oh,
just,
the kick's impossible.
I was just flailing. The only moments that happened was when everything was happening at once, and it was a constant. Every beat of it was also a kick. So I was just.
I think
the
without
whole
surprise,
time.
Hannah was best at singing. I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
saw
Well,
that
that's
coming.
what I
right?
do though. Is I
Well, okay.
always do vocals,
I do
but
give
had
caveat.
I think my highest was 83 on vocals.
That's
I have to
And
give-
that was the third time
Hey.
I did it, so I was.
You were barely
I-
present.
I was barely
sentient,
present
yeah.
to do it, but yeah.
I have to give
That's my
caveat for
highest
vocals
one.
though. My voice was
Vocals.
gone yesterday. Still.
That's true. That's true.
And I should not have sung. and I was worried that I was going to not be able to do the show today properly because my singing was going to have destroyed me.
We were both pretty rough this morning. It was like,
oh no, I got up and I was like, okay, I can do the show. And actually, we've had enough alcohol and hot sauce in me now that I'm still good.
Yeah, the hot sauce revitalizes.
Yeah, it keeps you alive.
As it were.
Well, I may have had a bit much revitalization to the point where it went off the spectrum back to the start. And
you're good now.
Yeah, I'm fine now, but I was not.
Then
Like,
maybe you should take another one.
I mean, 5 minutes after that last Widowmaker, I had the shakes so bad. I was like, and I
You want
felt
another
super
Widowmaker?
cold suddenly. I was like, I'm having symptoms. Like, what is going on here? I was a little concerned.
So you do want another one?
I don't want to say fuck off again,
But
fuck off.
It's so elegant.
He still remembers.
It's just so elegant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give him a day. Tomorrow, he'll be like, yeah, it wasn't bad.
All right. So with that, any last thoughts or votes or anything before we let people go from this Game Fest?
Just a big shout out to you, man.
Yeah, thanks, Wayne, for hosting.
Thanks, Wayne.
And if you'd like MMOs, check out Star Citizen. I'm just saying.
No. If
We're
you
all
just
on.
like life, Star Citizen.
If you have a few $1,000s to spare and you want to get, the worst ship in Star Citizen.
Oh, man. No, it's $40 bucks? $45?
I think it's 45 or 55. somewhere
Yeah,
there.
no, it's definitely under 50.
Well, I mean, your computer's got to be pretty solid, though. Like, if you've got a...
Yeah, 970
It's gotten better. It's gotten better.
Yeah.
Hey, just because part of your upgrade path was a 2080 Ti.
Yeah, you did that to yourself.
Well, okay, it was the monitor that killed me. I couldn't run Star Citizen anymore. I tried.
Because you're trying to run full resolution.
Yeah, you're running
ultra
4K on an ultra wide. Yeah, dude, that's your fault.
You're right.
That's all you.
It's like me trying to full screen it on this thing.
Yeah.
Come on, there's limits. So anyhow, thank you guys very much for coming on. I always appreciate when we have these Game Fest shows and others like to bring their, flow from what their events were over the weekend into the show.
I love that the third camera, there's no face, it's just Hannah's
Yeah, now
body.
it's just Hannah showing off. Like,
torso.
Hannah saying,
hello,
"Look,
welcome
I'm a
to
model."
the show. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I'm
No,
not
that's great.
complaining.
Facts.
All right. We are out of here, everybody. Feel free to check us out in Discord. We've been hanging out there all weekend. There probably is going to be a little more gaming today. It's going to settle down and kind of work its way
I didn't
out.
see my ship's dead yet. I was
Nice
still logged
thing,
in.
Ken and I don't have to get out. I took tomorrow off work,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're going to hang out and probably go downtown and do some stuff tomorrow. So we're just chilling today. There's nothing like hardcore for us. I don't have a time limit. But thank you, everybody. Hopefully you've all had fun, and thank you for joining us for this show.
Absolutely.
Super excited to have Ken in studio here to
Yeah.
actually be able to see my
I
side
can
of it.
touch him.
It's weird. And
He's
really,
real.
and really enjoyable.
They're going to be swapping sauce here soon.
You have been listening to Show X live on VTWRussians.com. Wait, I should not say that one anymore because we don't really even maintain.
Well, I'm trying to. This is why we need to re-record our intro, our outro, everything.
It was so. Today was the worst because it was just
Yeah,
entirely
'cause
incorrect.
You're not in
entire
Scotland.
thing.
We're both here. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's so
Hendo
wrong.
pointed it out at the beginning. He's like, your intro is wrong.
Yeah. Canon is student accommodation in Scotland. Like that's couldn't be more wrong. You've listened to Show X on twitch.tv/VTW Show X. You've been listening to us on youtube.com/versus the world video. Please do check us out in the various places online. You can find us on twitter.com/VTW Show X, twitter.com/DocDead, and twitter.com/DRKenReid. For the show, for Mr. Wayne, and for myself. You can find us on Facebook, search for Show X, and you'll find us there. You can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Show X. Minimum of $1 per month. We very much appreciate that if you do so. Check us out on Discord. Details are on the VTWProductions.com website if you're interested, or message one of us. We can provide you details, passwords, etc. Be sure to check us out on Instagram, even though we only have a single photo up there. We'll probably put up a couple of the...
We should do some
Yeah, we should do
from-
some Game Fest
yeah.
photos. That's a good idea, actually. Make the most of that. And you can email in to showx@VTWRussians.com.
Now,
For next week, tell us what you've been up to your geek cred. We're always interested in hearing. And be sure to subscribe, share us to your friends, and all that sort of thing. We very much appreciate it. Thank you so much to Mr. Wayne for hosting the show, and thank you all for joining us as guests. We really do appreciate it.
All right, everybody. With that, we are out of here.
I'm
Y'all
fine.
have a good one. Bye.
already following.
Deuces.
And for you, Hando.
You've been listening to ShowX and VTWProductions.com. See you next zombie!